Hello! Yes, I'm continuing my run of trying out some new games. Obviously we did Pathless Woods last week, and now we've got some Suzerain, which, from the prologue that I've done, is sort of visual novel, choose your own adventure sort of style game, sort of as a political simulator. So knowing my luck, I'll probably lose the election immediately. Oh, I'll start coming back and goody. Yes, I have no idea how bad it's going to go. I know nothing about this game at all beyond the prologue. Torpor mode. Disables main saving, enables achievement. Sure. Anton, we'll just go with the default one. Fourth President Swordland has been elected fourth president amidst deep recession, demands for reform and external pressures. Victory photo campaigns. Apparently this is me with this very impressive moustache. Uncertainty lingers in the halls of power. Sure, let's go. Oh, 1908. Ah, yeah, see, this is what's about the sort of choose your own where, for example, this you can choose your background. Sure, we'll just go boring sort of middle option. Parents named you Anton, the only child did civil service, you quite an ordinary childhood, you're lucky enough to attend a well-known public school. Frequent fights broke out at the family home which made you feel uneasy. Oh. Elsie Stark, I don't know. The years passed. During a history class, oh, so this is now 15 years later. Yes, in 1923. Bells started to ring unexpectedly, heard a loud commotion outside. Principal announced the historic revolution. The kingdom was no more. The Republic of Swordland was born. Oh, cool. So the king got overthrown by the sounds of it. I mean, I'd say 15, pretty happy with having the day off. Months after the Republic was proclaimed, life around you changed, watched friends and family face uncertainty, economic hardship, scale unrest, resistance those tied to the old order. Ooh. Just for an easier path. Yeah, we'll just go the balanced middle one. I need to stop just picking the middle options, that's not sustainable long term. Graduating, you pass the university exam with high marks. Considering I did only actually do one of these at college, Australian college, which is different from American, I would say law then. First year you attend a lecture with, how do I pronounce this? David Whiskey? Surely it's not David Whiskey. That doesn't seem right. Well-known diplomat from the foreign ministry, he saw the president. Sitting Hall in Science explained how the Supreme Court is obstructing justice. He said, Lordship replied, fairly, even the members of the Supreme Court are subject to the same laws. Oh, so he was suggesting that the court was getting in the way of his dealings. I don't know about that. That sounds a bit dodgy. Soldiers entered. Oh, this is taking a turn for the worst already. Soldiers entered the campus in the evening ahead of the first election. Many were in shock as the uniformed men created a security cordon and started arresting the teachers. A group of students started gathering in protest along with your friends. What is with these names? Peter Vectern decided to... sure, let's go with protest. While the officer made a loud announcement echoed through the campus, General Luderin, apparently the guy who led the coup, declared martial order to restore the administration. Please stand back, disperse to rooms. You join the students and slow march toward a large group of soldiers. Coming, Mike? I don't know. Suddenly the soldiers charged. The student fell and was trampled as everyone started running away. Hold the line. Oh, fantastic. I don't know why that's unintentionally funny. That's just the soldiers beat you relentlessly and just, it was a gloomy year. I don't know why that sounds funny, but it does. So that's just understatement. Looks like Kansai have Slavic or Germanic names. Yeah, it is sort of a weird combo of various names. Oh, the capital is Wholesale. Rest teacher replaced those promoted conforms to the state. Turn a blind things that happen. You want to say? Sure. We'll say student council. Why not? Council was focused on increasing the student involvement in the camps along with partaking in the budget. Through active participation, gain budget management and leadership skills. This is how I become a politician, clearly. My best friend introduced you to a classmate of his in Monaco. You're really attracted to... Sure, we'll go intelligence. Why not? She mentioned to you that she was a volunteer for the Swordish League of Women Organization campaigning for the right to you. Wholeheartedly support or don't really care but asked to do it anyway. Oh, that's so mean. Sure, we'll see. Police charge environment led you to option 3, just stay away. I mean, socialists, nationalists, honestly, kind of hope I stay away and I end up president anyway. Relieved the communist General Ricard. Oh, wait, so he did the coup in 1927, now this other general in 1928 is trying to do a coup. Troops remain their surrender. Fused heavy fighting broke out across the country. The army was fighting amongst themselves. Swordland was plunged into chaos. Clashes escalated into a full-blown civil war. The horrors made you isolate yourself for a while. Monica helped you cope, and love grew between the two of you. However, it was a difficult time for love. Chaos had to end. Charismatic Colonel Tarkin Soul, sure, orchestrated a sun attack on the capital where the Lutheranist, this is a great person, is the kind of human you are. Oh no. Oh, so he basically fought both of them and won. New constitution was written, the military government began effects to restore stability. He's from as a so he formed the party and ran as a presidential candidate. Sure, I mean, he did save everyone, sure, we'll say we voted for him. Won the election by a large majority, announced a fully restoration period, transformed to entire civilian government. Kept seeing Monica, you're both interested in marrying a starting family. Oh, calling you to fulfill your compulsory service in the military. Okay. Devastating civil war from neighbouring Wellen. Quickly turned to a proxy war between regional world powers. Distinguished Major ordered you to lead your squad on a border control mission. Uh-oh. Is this going to be the point where everyone else dies and I'm the lone survivor? It's very much sounding like that. It's a very cold winter night when you began marching out of Gumrun outpost. See your breath. After several hours of marching through snowy hills, distant noises were heard. Visibility was too low to confirm the source, so the squad called for information and found a spot to observe a group of refugees who may be on the border fence. Score them back or let them slip through. Yeah. I mean, they've already made it past the fence. It's kind of too late to turn them back. Oh, after patrol, Major Lancier arrived with anger and immediately relieved of your command, calling you disappointment, wanting your squad members to report your actions. Several months of struggle and forced punishment, your dues end, you went back to civilian life. Oh. You and Monica decided to share your lives together after receiving the blessing of parents. Ceremony was held. You worked hard to secure a high-paying job within the party. It was much more difficult to start your career on a good foot because of the refugee incident, but you still managed. Okay, so working for the ruling party was the easy path to power. Financial compensation was too great, or was the best opportunity to change the country. I mean, that sounds like a pretty crappy life so far. I mean, the financial compensation sounds pretty nice. Gain a legal assistant to other more experienced members of the assembly. Worked long hard, going through hundreds of pages of legal documents late into the night. Gave amnesty to the remaining factions, civil war, and chose de-escalation appeasement. This government launched several new initiatives, and he was elected again. Won pretty easily. Ongoing legal battle between the Justice Ministry and the Supreme Court put you under a lot of stress. But you your significant contribution to the legal case, triggering an invitation to meet President Tarquin Sol himself. Cool. Offered you a key position. To become the youngest member of the Assembly. The youngest. This does seem a bit suspicious. What's this guy planning? English MP to connect the influential inner circle. You need arrow support on... Oh, my best friend from before. Birth of your son provide a brief moment of joy and relief. Oh, okay. Now they're getting into the... they're not letting up with the difficult choices. Sacrifice work to spend time with your family, or sacrifice family time to improve your position in the party. I mean, for a financial conversation was already pretty good, we'd say work's not quite important. During your absence, best friend found trustworthy contact strength to your position in the party. Same time, President Sol increases authority over the years. His growing ego started to cause strife. Oh, hang on. President Sol barely secured a majority in an election against the opposition leader. Yes, Arnie, I'm trying my hand at being emperor again. I don't know. People grew increasingly discontent with corruption, worsening quality of life. Calls for United Southern Party Congress become louder. Ooh. As the leadership struggle started to brew. You watched from the sidelines, kept supporting the president, joined the internal opposition. I mean, I was kind of suspicious of his motives for promoting me. Sure, we'll say join the... So far he's encountered the Grand Moff, yeah. Sure, we'll say join the opposition. Gave his support to... Again with these names. Ewald Afonso. Former talented businessman. Reminds me of Frostpunk. Yeah, it does a little bit. Desperate effort to secure votes for the Congress. He was meeting party members one by one, but he didn't approach me. Congress was nothing short of impressive. Banners of the party were decorating every possible spot. Thousands of influential political figures, lowest benefactors gathered. I mean, I was already suspicious of him, so sure, we'll vote for the new guy. Efforts bore fruit as a contentious leadership vote was won by Alfonso. So announced he would retire from politics at the end of his term and appoint Alfonso as vice president. The new structure he'd established was to stay the current, to become increasingly authoritarian. You were promoted because you're fab and know what you're doing. I don't know about that. So happy that he was leaving or troubled. I mean, it is slightly worrying, but also I wouldn't say happy. I definitely disagree with that one. I think single troubled, even though we did vote against him. One thing, a daughter was born named Deanna. As leader and vice president leader, he began to disband the old organization and structures. The general election was approaching. The United Southern Party was under new leadership. I mean, he does seem like a reformist businessman. He seems like a pretty cool dude so far. So say sure, say campaign for him. During that general elections, the main opposition leader was embroiled in a sex scandal with his secretary. He was replaced by the more popular figure, Franz Richter. Damage had been done. New economic policies and extensive privatization program proposed secure election victory. I mean, yeah, we want to see the party succeed. President Alfonso saw many bold reforms in governments and law. Value support. As inside this organization was followed by severe recession. Yes, Artie, very true. Other parties announced their bids for the 53 election. The unfair election system hampered opposition efforts to campaign. Thought your party would not survive another crisis, worry about the recession. I mean, I am kind of worried if I'm one of the people who backed the guy and now he's sort of everything's going wrong. I would say I was slightly worried about my reputation. Best friends help, your president grew. He flipped opponents to his side, become the face of a new wing of the party. Step by step, with adequate playing, your wing took over the leadership as Alfonso lost control of the country. The moment to make a move had come. You blamed him for the crisis on live television, bribed and extorted his inner circle, or advised him to step down. I mean, I'll probably go with 3 first, and then maybe 1 if he doesn't step down. Because, I mean, it is kind of his fault. He listened to your advice. Alfonso conceded leadership strong in the party, eventually voted you in because of your indisputable influence. Following this announcement, you'll be running for president general election with, my best friend is your running mate. I can see no way this can possibly end bad. After visiting every scene in town during the speech, you made his... God, that sounds wrong. After visiting every scene in town during the campaign, you made a speech. You promised to... Sure. Protect democracy. People are tired of empty promises. We need fundamental change in our institution and government. A solid and transparent democracy awaits us. Brothers and sisters, a new constitution, a new age is upon us. On election day, millions went out to cast their votes. Chapter 1, President Reign. I guess that means I win? Aha! Choose appearance. Cool. Oh, so it doesn't have to look like this. What options have we got? What, the election want action? That'll be sorry. Ooh. Sure, we'll go for a swordish fedora. Sure, we'll go with a bit of a beard. Oh, so got default. Some grand. Oh, it's too tempting. I've got to go for the tuxedo. Why not? Oh, background. Office, tan, gold. Oh, this is like just a bunch of colours. City office. Oh, accessories. We get glasses. Yeah, we can have a cigar. Not sure about that. Pipe. Actually, sure, go for the brown glass for a bit of contrast with the facial hair. Why not? Okay. Santorini, you made consequential promises to the people sworn to gain their votes. Consider these commitments carefully. The country finds itself stuck between two different economic systems. Planned economy or market economy. So basically the government is in charge of the economy or the people are in charge of the economy. Market. Sure, we'll go market. Global rivalries between the capitalist Arcadia in the west, the monarchy of Rumburg in the north, and the communist United Contano in the east are intensifying. They're complaining it's too much action or not enough for the wrong type, yeah. I'm curious, what happens if we just stay neutral? Will everyone hate me? Immigration policy. Last 5 years, Bludish, Wezek, and Agnolan immigrants flocked to Swordland to relax the immigration laws. Oh. I mean, if we're trying to stay neutral, we could just sort of keep everyone out. You know what? Let's see what happens. We're neutral over here. You know, stay us. Oh, term focus. What have we got? Education, defense, enforcement, health. I mean, if I try to stay neutral, defense does sound pretty important. Sure. Now, Alfonso reduced the defense budget significantly. Increase of sail rattling threats living in the north. Growing princess superpowers. Yeah, we'll say defense is important. Are you sure? Not really, but let's go. 2 weeks had passed since we won the election. I was about to be sworn in as the 4th president of Swordland. Thousands are watching inauguration ceremony cheering my name. Die was cast. And my story began. Distance to Maroon Palace, stood on top of the famous Hill of Pride, and no way of knowing what future awaited me there. I looked at my family, my son and daughter, next to my wife, her eyes were glimmering with pride. Then I turned towards the key people who made it all possible. Of course, each individual was promised an important position in my government. I saw my previous rival and former president, Alfonso, who gave me a slight nod. Our Sol was invited, but he stayed on his island. Probably having tequilas or something. As my thoughts slowly fade away, the reality of the situation dawned on me. Also Hawker. Wow, he looks like a happy fellow. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court was waiting for me. Time for the oath has come. I am ready. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear. I will respectfully execute the office of the President of Swordland. Bestly preserve, protect, and defend. Yes. You may deliver now your inauguration speech. Okay. It's an honor. Fellows. The fact it's always pronounced like swords is slightly distracting. Fellow swords. Okay, look very eager to listen to me. The idea of uni, sure. For many generations, this country's long history has kept us tied to an idea, the idea of uni and our people's right for a free and prosperous life. If we stand together, we will prevail. Past the 20 times survival. Yeah, we stand together. First, we've got to deal with this constitution. This constitution has been causing way too many problems. Change now, not in the next decade or years today. Oh, let's end that one. Hundreds of thousands of cheers. They were shouting my name in unison. I felt the responsibility, the power, and the burden all at the same time. Wave. Raise fist, enjoy the rally. I think wave. Which made the people cheer louder. Took a long look at the people saw to burn this moment into my memory. When the presidential guards came by to notify it's time to leave, I made my way to the Lincoln on the motorcade, and this is probably where it all starts going downhill. You got the bunting. President of State covers jet black Cadilla with a flag and sword by the front headlight. Extra man was on the door. Now, Serge Walkner, my driver and bodyguard, apparently. Now, call me hello, Mr. President. I'm Serge, your new driver. Oh, hang on. It is a pleasure, I'd certainly say I'm in a good mood. Pleasure is all but mine. Respectfully bow his head for open card on gesturing inside. Heading towards the pass. Oh cool, I'm not getting kidnapped already. Motor key began to move. He proceeded to explain his duties as a driver. Smith's past fire, I found myself lost in thought again, barely paying attention to what he was saying, until he suddenly gestured out the window. There's a beauty, the Maroon Palace. It's right, sunlight glittered off the palace main room, coloured domes so bright they had to look away. Well, how was he driving? Surely he would have just blinded himself and crashed. Anyway. Every time I look around, I'm reminded of my duty to this nation. So say it's in good hands, so do I. We are a debt to the great man, or it's just a building. Wow. Sure, we'll say we are dead. So this will not be forgotten. Car continued uphill. Temperature stopped in front of the doors. Got that car and opened the door for me. Have a great day, Mr. President. Referred to the famous Swordish phrase, the times of revolution. Trent, morning will come, victory is close. Sure, we'll say it back. Now we're upstairs to the extravagant corridor of the palace. Marble engraved and finished decorated. Footsteps echoing the colossal halls. Oh, was no one else here? Oh wait, no, the guards bowed their heads in respect as they opened the massive doors to my new office. Okay, we're now into the improper by the looks of it. Right, what do we do? Read the so we've got a bunch of briefings to read. It's all important stuff that I'm probably going to forget far too quickly. Oh, my best friend, yep. Eyebrows that are even more impressive than mine. We did, Anton, we won. Finally, all those years without notice, the grindstone paid off. Today's looking acting like his old self. Oh, and he's already talking about how attractive my secretary is. Well, this is off to an interesting start. Shame the rest of your staff aren't these on the eyes. Just a slight paunch that protrude over his waistband. Hey, back in university, do you ever imagine we'd be sitting here? We have to celebrate. I mean, we do have to celebrate. We have also got work to do. So not time to celebrate using a 30-year-old bottle of wine. You know, the ball's happening in the evening, we can celebrate then. Looking forward to it. Everyone hopes to congratulate you in person. I'm sure the kids would love to see that Uncle Peter. Oh, apparently I'm a good father. Oh, we've never been able to have kids. Campaign, the opposition fired the illegitimate children, but never been substantiated. Oh, a chief strategist walked in, who, looks like a certain meme that... was it from Megamind, I think it was originally. Looking through a door, that looks a lot like it. Compact man with sharp, bird-like features. Is that meant to be a compliment or an insult? Briefly surveying the room, Cornwall sat down, poured a glass of water over his briefcase in a series of quick, graceful movements. Gentlemen. Oh, the room struck 3 o'clock. Damn, you're exactly on time. Open. Very slightly bowed his head. Yeah, sure, glad to see you. I mean, you did help me win this. Privileged to be here. I waited for him to proceed. Start by valuing the current situation. Now we've got all the gas bagging out of the way. The majority of the people demand change. Are more concerned about the economy than the constitution, but they blame the system for their problems. People are losing their trust in our democracy. What I think radicals like Bernard Circus. Oh, you. Poet, novelist, short story writing, communist politician. Oh, he survived. He fled after the war and returned. And the first communist to be elected to the assembly. Okay. Everyone's expecting us to bring change. The last government did not. Richter, leader of the reformers. He's also made shareholder of a construction company. Okay. It's got a whole background. It's famed to be strong opposition against Seoul after his military coup. True change can be accomplished by transferring some of our powers to the assembly. Oh, okay. So they want the president to have less powers. They want the parliament, whatever, to have more. Okay. I agree with the foremost. Our response is to democratize. I mean, there's been a lot of uprising and coups, so something's clearly not working. Listen to the people. If we lose power, we won't be able to execute the changes. I mean, yeah, it does. I'd say it sounds pretty broken. Exactly what we've campaigned for. A true change will move the country forward. We'll need many hours against the old guard and the government. That's a very generic logo. Oh, so they're what? Not even if it's known to exist, sort of like a secret police of Seoul that may or may not actually be powerful. Victor managed to persuade members of the assembly to give their support for drafting a new constitution. Politicians are quickly increasing in number. Well, the reformist wing inside our party is still a minority. They could have a try past the majority assembly, especially if they unite. Oh. Could be a potential ally. They aren't wrong what we need to change, but we should be in charge, or a party must fall in line with position we can't have survived. We like the chill background music. Ah, that's the game Codeman Mike. That is just the default game music. Yeah, it is quite nice. Doesn't it make me wonder if there's like more dramatic music when stuff happens. I mean, well, they're saying they'd have a majority, especially if they unite, so we probably want to keep them on side. Though we've got to be careful not giving them too much power, because otherwise, well, I'd probably get thrown out. Sure, he could be a potential ally, but don't trust him too much. It's definitely keenness. Cool, my strategist is agreeing with me. Okay, the demands are clear. They want to limit the president's veto powers. Okay. Ensure the Supreme Court is independent. Sure. And take away the court's right to vote on constitutional amendments. Oh, is this the whole thing with the fight between the court and the government? Where they keep saying, no, you can't change the constitution like that. Support the reformers, must listen to their demands, or are well known to influence me. You mean we've got to listen? Sure, otherwise we'll just end up doing what previous ones did. The old guard will desist. It's dest. That is not the word. Do their best to preserve the Constitution. Chief Justice Hawker, that dude from before. It's 1937. Oh, he graduated in 1903, and it's more like 1950 something now. Oh, he was known to have close ties to the president who appointed him as judge. Many of the court's decisions incorporate highly controversial policies of Seoul. In ruling the British Freedom Party entering the election was unconstitutional, which was banned from politics due to its alleged connections to a militant wing that was fighting. Okay, interesting. Court also has the final say over constitutional legislation. Without approval, we cannot even change it. Ooh, okay, we need a fairly comprehensive bill to balance power structures. We must break the power of the Supreme Court one way or another, or I'd rather not go against them. Well... Two is tempting. 3 sounds too boring. I think 1, like when we were advising Alfonso to step down, we'll start out with a nice approach, but if that doesn't work, Really, the old guard won't like this. Comprehensive reform will make reforms happy, mean maintaining a balance between all branches of government. Oh, this is sounding impossible already. Which means removing your absolute veto as well. Reformists demand that all loopholes in the Constitution are closed. Wait, so the President can literally veto anything? Like, basically, no laws can get passed. The President can just say no. Spectre Spectrum, this is sort of visual novel, choose your own adventure sort of style thing where you get elected as President of this country. Oh, well, this country in the base game. I think DLCs add, like, other scenarios with different countries. But yeah, I'd played the, like, just the prologue of it up to the getting elected part, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. Especially as it's, you know, not the sort of game I've played before, and not really the sort of thing I've seen much of, really. Yeah, we can't underestimate this situation. Oh, our party still holds 130 out of 250 seats assembled. We've got the power. Not by much. So, they're talking about the reformists could split from us. That's only... Yeah, 5-6 people leave us and go to the other side and we don't have the power anymore. However, to reform the Constitution, we must receive a 2/3 majority, which is 166 votes. Oh, and we need a majority in the Supreme Court that's 6 votes, so that means there's 11. Knee deep in June Awakening. Oh, nice. I'd seen a little bit of watched a little bit of Wasted String. It looked pretty good. I did see a very funny thing where was it much more difficult to go back and retrieve your loot when you've died after being eaten by a sandworm. So we need to talk with our party figures. Our goal must get now right. We're gonna need 150 signatures needed. Renting our own server. Reach out to the other pilots, see if they could back our draft, and then we've got to try and get into the court. That's going to be interesting. Take a long time. We're going to start working to form me to evaluate all possibilities as soon as possible. Okay, we can go more democratic. We can go the president wide-ranging powers, which I technically already have. Well, I suppose the veto is the main power, which more stops things getting done than does things. Or we could work with the old guard. Sure, we'll go more democratic. Been preparing for internally. Don't forget that promise is what got us elected. Well, that has me thinking, can you just say whatever you want in the election, just completely change what you actually do? Can Anything here, we strengthen the power of the assembly, which we already leave the majority. Nods. Divisions of power need to be rebalanced. There are two changes to the Constitution that are not open for their discussion. Okay, so what do they really want done? They're serious about. The Supreme Court will no longer vote on constitutional amendments. Oh, that's going to be painful because the court's going to have to vote for that, presumably. That's the problem, is getting them to not be able to vote on it. They have to vote for that. Second, the President's absolute veto will be taken away. It's going to be replaced with a limited veto system that fixes current loopholes. Okay, that one sounds a lot more doable. But yeah, convincing the court to basically say, no, we can't decide these things anymore sounds difficult. I have no problem with these. I think they're going to be difficult. Yeah, that's a tongue twister. We will form a reform committee with all parties, start reaching out to all the stakeholders. But later here we should have an idea of the reform contents of what the other parties want. We seem to notes. Must be aware of the Lotherberg Group. Who are you? Private non-government organisation which assists the economic conditions of Sordon and the Grove. Currently the spokesman is Walter Tusk. Sure. Spokesman seems to be de facto leader. The meetings are held in secret. Reports such that cover topics such as the economy, security, and international politics. While most of its members remain unknown, the group consists of the wealthiest figures in society. This sounds slightly dodgy. There's some sort of secret society. Theories have sprung up. The future of Eastern Mercopius decide these conferences. Cormac quarantined late for a long time for falling ill, and Tusk is the new leader. Okay. Some members of the National Business Council. Official government structure includes most leading business leaders. Cool. And some members of this council are in their pockets. Tusk and the group will surely try to bribe us in exchange for special economic protections. Oh, here comes the crime and corruption already. I want to work with them anyway. Wow. I won't be bought. I enter dialogue with them. Won't let these privileged, greedy, and snowy capitalists rule the country. Wow. It's absolutely savage options. They won't buy us. Alfonso said the same thing. Oh. I doubt there's anybody else to turn to in his case. Depina, as far as I know, Conrad's son Marcel has strong ties to this group. His influence could definitely be an asset for us, but I'm sure he'll want something in return. I'm aware of his wide network that can come in handy. The group's influence is an important force. He's dependent on our economic policies. They can't move a finger without us. That sounds like asking for trouble, or make sure Tusk does so. I mean, we should use it to our advantage, I'd say. Just be careful with it. If we can get him to side with us, it all depends on what benefits we can offer and what the leader wants. We need to tread carefully on all sides with all power players to survive our term. I need to underline the seriousness of the situation. Yeah. So it turns out no one else wanted to be president because they'd have to deal with all this. Our election campaign promised to focus on the military. It's a safe choice. The military and general staff are powerful in the state. Its history tells us a dangerous one too. Yeah, with the whole coups and overthrowing each other every 5 minutes. Wow. So the military can be close allies, and with the Rumberg threat, or the armed forces represent our pride as a nation, or I don't want to die in prison. Just like, it's like if I was that scared, I don't think I would have ended up becoming, you know, like the one where it's like, oh, I wouldn't dare cross them, and I don't want to die in prison. It's like, I don't think you'd become president in the first place. Represent our pride as a nation, sure. I'm sure there'll be no silence to do something drastic in the course of our term. Okay. Defense Minister Yusuf Lansir is more loyal to us compared to General Kruger. In fact, that obviously can change our actions. I see a potential rift between the two. Oh. Please tell me it's not coup number 3. Oh, this is, I mean, Inspector, they talk about Dune. This kind of looks like, was it Harkonnen? A little bit. I'm being a bit harsh. His captain served under the command of Seoul before his presidency. Yeah. And for several... He's been promoting the reformation of the army to a professional rather conscripted force. Oh, he's a big critic of Alfonso and gave his support to me. Right, of course, because he's my defense minister. So what about Kruger, the guy who's maybe not quite as happy with me? Longest serving and the second most decorated officer in the country. He supported the coup but later turns against him after mass executions. He's Harkonnen's grandpa. I mean, it could be, yeah. And he's on the Civil War. Campaigned for his military victory along the Wayland border, where his small brigade destroyed an entire rebel army. He was given the highest medal that can be bestowed upon an individual, so he's quite highly decorated. So they don't entirely agree with each other. If we act strongly against the military, both these guys will unite against us. That does sound problematic. I don't want to get another coup. Need to tread carefully. Well, and gentlemen, precisely 30 minutes concludes our political briefing. Oh, that was a lot to go over. Freddy's brother. Yeah. The next meeting will be about our media strategy. Talk to you soon. Okay. Bye. A mysterious amount of smoke was rising far away on the horizon. That sounds ominous. Okay, what else have we got? Yeah, so we've got all these other reports. Oh, and even more reports about all the other places around the country. Wait, there's personal wealth? As well as government budget. What, can I start taking all the money? Briefing on the economic situation. Now, this sounded pretty bad with the whole economic recession. Gus Manger, Simon Hole. Wait, is he related to... No, that's Sol, isn't it? But Gus Manger is a fantastic name, I have to be honest. Oh, he's the only guy who's managed to keep his position from the Alfonso government. Okay, and Lilius Graf, Minister of Interior of Swordland, served as the mayor, a bunch of places. And one of the central figures in the party. She's credited for the economic booms in both... Oh, in like the big cities, okay. So... Looks like Capac for a bit. A little bit. I couldn't... And there's an option for a tuxedo and a nice hat, I can't ignore it. Two assistants arrived first carrying a heavy projector. Okay, yeah, this is definitely like the 50s. Yeah, she's using the patient, always motherly tone she often took in heated arguments. Gus, do you really think that such an economically advanced area? Sadly, no orange suit. Yeah, I mean, that was a sort of brown one, but that wasn't really orange. Yeah, so Gus is apparently economically advanced area needing more investment than Eggland. Shares its border, the region of Nagas, and the countries of Agnolia and Romberg. Semi-constitutional monarchy. Large country on the continent by size. The Guild of Royal Allies for Commercial Exchange. Great. That is a backronym and a half. They had a 15-day war against us, and they developed totally not the AK-47, the KA-74. I see exactly what they've done there. So this is what, basically fake Russia. Especially when it's talking about, what is it? Yeah, colonizing the steppes, tundra and ice in the far north. Hello, Morthus. See if his incognito is in the shadows. I don't know about that. Mr. President, the question is how long I'm going to be president for. At least until I get through reading all these briefings. Oh, Queen's will start with the controversial annexation of Dome. Oh. So they invaded a city and took control. Okay. So Gus wants the better areas to be invested in, while she wants the border regions. So in size of population of Anglo-Sword is the second largest minority group in the country. How many Tasmanian devil at work? Interior Minister strode in. She was clad in shades of brown and beige. The only spot of colour, bright yellow destinies across the necklace. Gus followed behind. So that, don't be an idiot. Oh, wow, this guy's lovely. Don't be an idiot. What about the unemployment crisis? The greater holes in Gazan area is going through. There's an economic. Okay, so he's blunt. Gus curled his hands into fists. The Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development's temper hadn't changed since days in the Alfonso. How did he manage to keep his... How is he the only person executed? That's harsh. That's very harsh. I wouldn't do that. But I find it funny that the guy who's famous for having a temper is the one who managed to keep his position from the previous government, although he had his reputation for getting things done. Origin network of connections was unlike any other. Simon Hall quickly stepped between the two ministers without looking at either of them. He cleared his throat. Good morning, Mr. President. Yes, thank you, someone, for acknowledging me. Good morning, or, you know, I am curious what this argument was about. It does sound pretty important. Slap arrested who played that order. This isn't Crusader Kings. Just a disagreement in internal economic strategy. That's one word for it. Not sure I got just a disagreement. Wow. Yeah, okay. Watch him actually be like, you know, the best, most loyal character and everyone else is backstabbing you. You know what? I'll have Gus tell me because I know he's going to give it straight to me. But, sounds of things. Seeks to focus our economic developments in a region where we can't reap the financial benefits. Okay. Business leaders are requesting better logistical links to contribute to our economy more. Handy commissioner with a machine gun. If your manager is to make money instead of developing the region and serving the people. Oh, could you watch your tone? I mean, he was being pretty blunt as well, so you just say you can elaborate. As long as you're not punching each other or anything. Plus, this is sort of behind closed doors. Like, if this was like in front of the cameras, it would not be on. I see. Well, Agna is our weakest region, both in terms of economic and social support. Support the city of Arvi, its respected mayor. Impartial. Wait, didn't she used to be the mayor of? No. Yeah, she was. Yeah, 1930s. She's the official mayorship of her. So you had a revival period. How impartial can we be? Yeah, if you used to be in charge of this place. And meanwhile, Simon's only said one word, I think, or one sentence. He just said hello to me, and he hasn't even been able to get a word in. Why are you questioning past? One's favourite games. Shoot them at the funky. This is an evil genius. At least I hope it's not. Sure. What does Simon think? He hasn't said much. I have to say I agree with both of them. Oh, so this is now the reasonable guy of the three. Agnand is in lead investment and we can improve the other two. To avoid these topic announcements, talk about in the future. Rather first fully brief on our current situation. Okay. He's actually focused on what we're meant to be here for. My staff and I have comprehensively analysed every aspect of... Who's going to interrupt? He was interrupted by a groan from one of the assistants by the door. Both of them was now visibly struggling to hold up the heavy projector. Sounds like they need some help. Oh, you can put that there. Oh, right, so they've been standing there the whole time, just waiting for them to stop arguing. Pointed below the painted present soul, the assistant's placed the projector next to tower, installed a white screen on the wall. Leave now. I mean, thank you and please leave now. Now that you've just seen us arguing. So you could be the man of the people. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Although I say, when I pick neutral with no focus on defense, I'm like, oh no, am I trying to turn Swordland into Switzerland? Assistants left the cabinet room. I was reminded that Simon had never quite had a way with people, but his facility with numbers and made him most sought after economic specialist. Okay, so he's not particularly good with people. Got it. Started looking for his slides. He always carried documentation around with him. What? Wow. Wait or yawn. Savage. I don't need to yawn. He's the finance minister. He's the guy gunning for your job and lacks the charisma. I mean, if he lacks the charisma, he shouldn't be able to get my job then. I'm honestly more... It'd be kind of the ironic thing where, like, Gus is actually the most loyal and Lilius is the one I gotta watch out for. We'll just wait. He just leaned to the table and spoke. Simon, what happened to new police station construction in Astord? It's the most oil-rich city. Employs thousands of workers at less than ideal conditions. 500-year history, mod wars with Rumberg caused the destruction of cities several times over. Stored. Oh, so Swordman's reliance on foreign oil reduced was greatest beneficiary of the Black Gold Rush. Stands as a unique case of cultural identity. Oh, the worsting locations with fake Russia. It's not helping things. While going through his briefcase, he paused for a moment to answer. It got stalled due to government property boundary issue. I mean to look at it. Oh, is this where someone's holding up the paperwork? Take a look at that one. A store needs all the security help we can get. Sure, more time for me to spend on analysis. So he definitely likes the numbers. His eyes glittered when he finally found the slides he was looking for. There have been some developments about the Swordish Wren losing further value today. Been trying to stabilize it with the central bank. What, so it's a fake yen. Recession of 51. What's the current year again? I think it's 50... It doesn't actually say anywhere, but I'm pretty sure it's 53. Send in the army boundary issues tend to disappear with stormtroopers. Hey, we're not doing that yet. We're at least starting by playing nice. So recession 51 put enormous pressure on the economy, resulting in collapse of value of our currency. What would you like to know about the current economic situation? So we've got GDP and debt, unemployment, inflation, recession, or I know everything, let's move on. I think I want the full rundown in what's going on, so I can feel extra annoyed when I forget something important. So what's GDP and debt? Let's look at the jobs. Current GDP is 310, the national debt is 427 billion. Oh. That's not good. Still hard to fathom we lost near 150 billion the past 3 years were tough. So what about unemployment and inflation? Okay, I'm ready for like a 15% or 20% unemployment rate, which would be really bad. It's as skyrocketing is now at a staggering 16%, and the inflation is at a relative high of 10%. So 16%, geez, that's 1 in, what, 7, 8? I can't maths. That's my problem, yeah. Unemployment is increasing, crime and drug use, we need to get people off the streets, inflation isn't helping average citizen either. So it sounds like basically, why did I want to become president? This sounds like a mess. And what's the status of the recession? I mean, it can't get much worse, surely. Economy's been in recession of about -6% the past year. The average GDP has dropped from 15,000, whatever SR is, to 10,000. National service. I think it was a bit about one of the generals wanting to make the army professional instead of conscripts, so maybe. Interest test depends on our ability to stop the recession. Yep. Okay, let's move on to the economic strategy. Simon scanned the paper stack in front of him, normally man took a final look at his notes. As you can see, situation lying, but not everything is negative. Optimism. Extensive privatization program of Alfonso and key foreign direct investments. Oh, hang on. Foreign investments. That sounds like it could be interesting. That's a large budget surplus which we can use to stabilize the crisis. Oh, cool. So even though our GDP is not looking good and the debt's not looking good, we do have money, at least for now. Primary subject we need to settle on is what general path we'll take. Solonomics. Base nationalization, had in the 30s, and now Alfonso's privatization. Privatization game. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea which bear in the game, and obviously, I would prefer not to be given. I assume that wasn't spoilers, and that was you just saying. But I mean, we did promise to go for privatization. Let's see how badly it goes. Never played the game. Okay. I was just wondering. One of my main promises was to promote a free market economy. Yeah. So going back on that would be a pretty big deal. Oh, and Graf doesn't support it. Oh, we can Thatcher Republic. Wow. Where in the private sector we have qualified state-owned enterprises? Because the lack of competition made them inefficient. Yeah, there is always that problem. Simon Nunn. What are the consequences? Not many one could say we're much more likely to be influenced by the world economy. Bearing in mind, we are trying to stay neutral with the other nearby countries. Global economy crashes, we go down with it. Structural problems of solar... that's a phrase I'm struggling to pronounce. Solonomics. We're going to lead to recession according to prediction at the time anyway. Retain the option to make economic choices on a case-by-case basis. Okay, so we could maybe try easing towards it slowly rather than just going here. Everything's privatized now, go for it. So we're not recommended, we need... Last thing we need is a chaotic plan. Find your way to go through subjugation. This is... I don't think this game's made by Paradox. Finally something we can... They agreed with each other! It's miraculous that they need a plan. There's another important factor which has a direct impact on our economy. Superpowers. Oh, is this where I get laser eye beams? Oh no, of course, they're talking about the surrounding countries. We've done well not aligning ourselves with any one of them. Yeah, we'll go full Switzerland. Economically speaking, an isolationist policy overall can only work if we would reap the benefits of both spheres and their rivals. This is very dangerous to attempt. Oh, hang on, we're going to try and play both sides. We must be very cautious. There are schemes being devised about Swordland. I mean, by the sounds of that oil and gas region that was very wealthy, that sounds like something other countries would be interested in. We cannot give in to their wants now or in the future, otherwise the country will turn into a pawn. Yeah, we will not be controlled by outsiders. So I see my point was strong and show an example to the world. Yeah, we can be awesome too. I hope we won't regret this. Just a sip of water. Time comes, I hope you'll make the right decision for our own good. That sounds ominous. We should attract more foreign direct investment. We save the country from full-on depression by signing lucrative trade deals with nations such as Rizia. Or Rizia? I don't know. Semi-constitutional market led by King Romus Taurus, and it's next to us. Has been criticised for unequal treatment of citizens and non-citizens and harsh punishment for protesters. Lespia's Parliamentary Republic. And Quinal. Give her a gun and send to the front. Maybe. Is unique for being the only member of the Arcadian Treaty. Oh, the not NATO. Parliamentary Republic. Yeah. There's a region called Zaranism. Cool. Sorry again, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Minister Whiskey. I have to call him Whiskey. I know it's probably not pronounced that way, but it's too funny not to call him Minister Whiskey. We'll be in charge of following you on those types of foreign policy decisions. First assign our internal economic plan. Okay. Put forward a legal document outlining the possibilities of both economic documents. The cabinet members looked at me. So what's our what's on the long-term plan? Choosing construction contractors, trade relations, tax reform, privatization initiatives. 5-year plans were fruitful in the past. Would a free market focus... I mean, we're trying to stay neutral, aren't we? Let's move on to the conclude. What are your final thoughts? Okay, I can say you already know what we're going to do, which sounds so vague. It's hard to fully agree or disagree with these options. My code doesn't require as much guidance. I mean... the critical institutions in state control does be important. It's kind of hard to fully agree or disagree. They both have benefits and drawbacks. It's a difficult position to be in, but your final say is what counts. This is the overall direction. Ability to make individual decisions. Okay, so we'll say generally... Sure, we'll go as promised. Go free market economy. And Graf doesn't agree. Looks displeased. Oh no, is it going to go all, Graf will remember this. Now there's clear in which direction we're heading. I'll work on a good plan accordingly. Marx is weeping. Watch me immediately reverse course when something goes spectacularly wrong. And, oh, another meeting. They dispersed for lunch. So all these meetings are happening... Actually, we should probably check... News. Beacon of Hope, Tourism, Fire... Committee for Reforms, okay. Right, what... Oh, city information. Got population, GDP... split by ethnicity and religion. Tenuity. That's it. I have no idea how to pronounce this. It's just... Maybe it's... Warusism? Greatest socialist. Reformed, something that's so long it doesn't... Oh, Reformed Nurity, so it's a different version of that one. Called Condism and others. Industrial Center, Capital, Logistics issues. Okay, what about those? Oh yes, media strategy. Probably the most important thing, because otherwise everything will immediately collapse. Everyone's fighting in front of the cameras. Greetings. Oh, he's just received further information about the Sun Fire. Oh, from that news headline, yeah. Holsford State University Archives. Tell me more. Indicates a potential arson case. In the constant protocol, the Intelligence Directorate has been called. Ooh, hang on. This idea would be necessary if this were anyone hit the archives of the university in the first place. See a logical motive. Wait, this isn't the university I went to, is it? It might have been. I don't remember, but it could have been. Seems like the chief suspects foreign sabotage in form of a large section of the archive have been destroyed. Blame opposition. Problem is, I'd already... Well, I had blamed it previously on television, but I did ask him to step down. Tens of thousands of globally recognized research documents. If this is the arson, what can be the motive? Affecting employee records have been destroyed along with the research document raised further questions. Oh, hang on, is one of the employees a spy? Luckily, most originals have copies in other universities, some international libraries. The first edition of my favourite book, The Geopolitics of Swordland, by someone, was destroyed. Oh no. Measures for free accidentally the copies are most important works. I know single fire can eradicate. I just see no point in destroying employee records either. Fires used... Yeah, fires are always suspicious. Lucy mentioned that Marcel Coronti, a Swedish businessman, philanthropist, entrepreneur. Oh, he's the guy we're potentially using it as an angle in People of Power. Coronti's always been known as one of the richest, most influential families. He's the older son of the richest man in the country. Also a Bond villain, maybe. Turn to me. He's offered to meet with you, Mr. President. What does he want? After passing of his father, may he rest in peace, Marcel aims to become the next CEO of the conglomerate commenced into productive collaboration. It's a multi-industry corporation with tens of billions. It's a part of the big four, the four largest companies. only have a monopoly in the media industry through the ownership of the Swordsman, the Swordledge Broadcasting Corporation, heavily involved in radio, television, advertising sectors. Ooh, okay. Powerful, influential. Today's you've had the Swordledge Broadcasting Corporation, which means it'd be wise to have them by our side. Sorry for interrupting. Let's I think Elon Musk 2.0 needs to be handled. Let's consider our options first. You know, turns out they could actually be decent people. We don't judge them too quickly. First, we need to determine our general approach to the media. Oops, section 69. Use some mainstream arguments. Two ways. One of them by influencing it. The other one is keeping it independent. Oh, okay. So we can go, we will give all the news. Marx cries more. I mean, how independent are they if it's all basically run by one company? Sure, we'll say independent. Ideally, yes, but unpopular will not be able to pass even the easiest reforms. It's utmost important to maintain public popularity, avoid any damaging scandals or mistakes. Okay. Must stress one thing, the more people have supporting us, the more we can accomplish. With someone on our side and influential media organized, we can do this very easily. Yeah, two wrongs don't make a right. Maybe not. It's hard to figure out what happened to President Alfonso last year. Things got even worse after his camera resigned and the media started to slander him, but that was also a result of his own incompetence. Okay, so... 2 knocks were heard on the door. Who is it? Yeah, we're going to ask who is it. It's Olivia. Who is this? Ah, my secretary. Okay. Secretary. The dark curls bounced as she crossed her into my desk. She spoke with a slight lilt in her voice. Mr. President, Mr. Gallard's secretary is calling me, want to relay a message. Oh, as in... Yeah, my... strategist. Marcel... Oh, the new CEO is on the line for Mr. Gallard. Okay. Would you like to talk to him, sir? Would you like me to? Oh, okay. Yeah, you want an on-site premium on puppet prop paper, yeah. Oh, now this is an interesting choice. I'll talk to him or you talk to him. So, he might think I'm snubbing him if I don't talk to him, but also, if I have my advisor do it instead, I show that he can't just get me that easy. Although it is him on the line specifically. Okay, well, at least for the first meeting, we'll have a strategist talk to him. Left the room, phone started ringing. 2 minutes passed, the two talk over the phone. Good news indeed. Congratulations, Mr. Crowley. Thank you for contacting me about this. We'll talk later. Put the phone down. What was so important they couldn't wait? He was just elected CEO by the board of directors. He offered a partnership deal regarding his media branch. He invited us to his resort near Conriat for a meeting. The largest city is located on the Escal River. Okay. Board has decided rather quickly. It seems it gave him the confidence to approach us again. He's going to offer a real deal and now has the power of the conglomerate too. Choice up to you, Mr. President. I can set up the meeting soon. Oh, okay. So, like to your opinion, arrange the meeting or reject the offer. I think, hear the opinion, then we'll at least do the meeting. We won't commit to anything yet. Paying for access. I would like to hear Peter's opinion. We do. So important if he has become the CEO that has enormous influence. On the other hand, do we want to privately meet with someone we don't fully know? Who else figure him out? We could still say no. I think meet with him at least. Right away. Expect a meeting next month. Wonder if he has a pool. We're done for today. See you soon, gentlemen. Left. Already gaining the attention of key figures and potentially dangerous ones. I mean, I am the president. You think I'd have the attention. Situation update. Fluctuating energy prices. How do I... Ah, I do it next. Oh, right, so... Alright, so these are the emergency... These like the events things are passing time. I'm guessing these reading reports don't pass time. Okay. Number of people finding employment is rising. Oh, so these are just all homelessness, infrastructure, logistical issues, police report, fire, public opinion. Currently 55% of the population support reformist ideas. Cities join the investigation. Okay, so this is... Oh, so these are the neighboring countries. We've got Lesbia, we've got Ellen, we've got fake Russia, we've got Agnolia, and we've got... Why'd they do it like that? I can't read it. Valsgland? And was there anyone else? No, that was all of them. Ah, so we had a bunch of things. Glamorous inaugural ball. Oh yeah, when we celebrated. Afonso ditches Lotherberg. It's publicly severed ties. National survivors. Man, his trains have been beating baseball bats in a paramilitary style tact. Oh, economic stability. Okay. So we're currently there. It's a starting point. Okay, so the exclamation marks are the things that progress time we need to respond to. So we've got campaign finance bill, invest in megastructure. Ooh, what? Can we build like a giant roller coaster or something? I assume that's not what they're talking about. It's the megastructure or the bill. Campaign finance bill. Oh, is that about making the financing? Well, not a Dyson sphere. I don't think the problems in the game would exist if it was currently active. Ah, compulsory military service, source general staff. Military interference, politics, outdated military equipment, internal security, jurisdiction, large reserve for experienced generals. Ah, constitutional amendments require meeting of justices under terms, special degrees. President impeached by the court. Oh, reform committee, right. Women's right, from some human rights, for economy. Oh, just everything negative. Just everything's bad with the economy. Tax evasion. Serious tax evasion practice being exercised by important businesses. Freedom curriculum. Oh, we do have good urban institutions and education, but that's about it. Oh, we've got corruption, illegal immigration. Organised crime dispute with the government of Bergia. Oh, the Freedom Front, the Rumberg expansionism, lack of allies, fluctuating prices. Oh, we're an influential area, and we have experienced diplomats. Cool. So the campaign finance bill, yeah, that sounds like things to do with like donating to political parties. Or we can go and look at the invest in megastructure. I mean, the megastructure project does sound kind of important. Wait, the rebels are called BFFs. Wait, hang on. You may actually have... Did it really... Yes, it is. The rebels are called the BFF. I did not realize that at first. Return to decision, okay. Oh, government budget. Oh, so this is how it works. So put forward 2 bold plans for mega infrastructure projects, help economic recession in the long term, take up some portion of our budget. So we get a minimum of -20, I don't know, maybe we go bankrupt then, and a max of 30. And then we've got personal wealth. How have I got personal wealth now? What did I do that I've now got 2 personal wealth? Is the job of president well paying? Economy unstable. Oh, this is big map. Okay, so we've got the national map, which is, and then we've got the regional one, which is... Oh, there's lots of other countries. Okay. So Swordland is us. Here. We've got all these other ones around. The ones... yeah, Kingdom of Rumberg looks a bit scary. Yeah, that's just the overview. Okay, let's go back to that decision. Invest in a mega infrastructure project. Sure. Read report on maintenance. Report oil extraction operations for central maintenance. Cool. And so got to the campaign finance bill. Oh, I'm guessing once you do all these decisions, it goes to the next day. I don't see anywhere that indicates like a day counter, apart from the news thing updating with new stuff. Actual campaign finance bill. Section 1 of this bill stipulates significant change in the methodology of public funds allocation for political parties. System relies on the proportion of seats. So it's not based on number of votes, it's based on seats secured in the assembly. 500,000 rand per each member of the assembly. Section 3 effectively leads to substantial election budget for us. And a minor augmentation for other parties. Parties that do not meet the 10% election threshold will see their public funding effectively curtailed, concentrated toward parties with significant representation. Veto and sign, because obviously currently I have absolute power to veto anything I want. I mean, it makes sense, but also it does kind of benefit the party I'm part of, which... Although we've only got, like, 51 or 52% of the seats or something. We don't have much of a majority. I mean, if it increases the allocation for everyone, it also means the money's been distributed by the government instead of having it come in from elsewhere. Sign. Situations update unfair electoral funding. What? As a result of a significant change in the way political parties are funded, is only supplies of secured seats, result in reduction of fundings. Oh. Oops. The funding for the USP, the party in power, has doubled. I didn't think it'd be quite that bad. Oops. Well. Clearly didn't read it well enough. Funding reform. For 3-hour debate. Oh, and Richter, the reformist, has objected. Oh. Introduced no change to the total amount of funds reserved for legal parties, which stands at 100 million. Okay. Hey, what's the other news? Alright, Commonwealth currency passed away, and yeah, son becomes CEO. Suspicious fire report. Infrastructure stuff. Pioneering electronics. Oh yeah, he abandoned the conclave. End Solonomics. Restructure the infrastructure. Let's just scroll through all these so I know when I'm getting the new news reports. Oh yeah, we only had 37% of the vote and we got over half the seats. So we didn't exactly have a stirringly convincing victory. Yeah, Richter is second place with 20%. And Kibner with 11%, Communist and Workers' Party both won just below 10%, failing to pass the threshold. Oh, so that's why we got so much, why we got 52%. Because they didn't get enough. So yeah, we've got 130, 70, 40, 10. Yeah, so we don't have much of a majority. USP hijacks election. Oh, the radical is accusing us of hijacking the elections. Oh, that's the bit I didn't understand. I'm stupid. That it was previously based on the proportion of votes, whereas now it's based on seats, which, because the ones who are below the 10% don't get any anymore. So it eliminates every party apart from 3 that are currently in the assembly. This insane law also results in governing share from doubling. Oh. Well, I'm off to a fantastic start. I don't know, dispute between Gowland and Fairfield's panels retort. Okay. Longberg coming south. Oh. Okay, have we got any more situations? Oh, is this the megastructure? Discussion of potential infrastructure projects. View towards the Marking Sea was nothing short of exquisite. Seaside state reverence fee named the Blue Mansion was large, fine, and accommodating. Adjoining the luxurious mansion was the main reason of our visit, to discuss the new mega project. What, we're going to build a giant dam or something? Half an hour had already passed and started with me. Unfortunately, I did not even have the chance to have my usual afternoon coffee. Oh no. When people once you abolish elections makes a premium for life. Looking at the view from the windows, let my mind drift for a couple of seconds. Oh, so I hadn't had my coffee and I'm not paying attention. Mr. President, we need to focus on boosting the economy as quickly as possible. Infrastructure progress. Not agree. Yeah, what can we focus on specifically? On the one hand, Mr. complain about slow logistical rail network. I started talking as soon as Simon took a breath. On the other hand, citizens criticise lack of a proper highway connection. Now roads by sea so not only dangerous but also difficult to traverse. Supreme Leader TFE, the Generalissimo has a nice ring to it. I'm not sure about that. I mean, the whole million coups and counter coups in this country's history has me a bit concerned. If I try going too dictatorial. I mean, the businesses are important, money's important, people are important. I mean, we currently have some money, but we're going to be in debt in long term. I'd go with the businesses. Agreed, improving the rail connection would be much more beneficial. I've sided with Gus, I feel so terrible. It's not business people suffering now, but ordinary folk. Yeah, as the first economic act accomplished something tangible. Yeah, it's got to be a big accomplishment we can show off. Improve our capabilities, must improve. Yeah, have to show that we can get things done for people to believe in us. Find two important projects: the H3 highway and the L1 high-speed railway. Oh no, I'm having PTSD from Australian high-speed rail. That is always talked about and never happens. We usually can only support one project at a time with our current capacity and budget. Okay. Which one do you want to hear about first? We'll go the high-speed rail. Your predecessor, Alfonso, failed to deliver on this campaign promise. Groundbreaking railway. Well, it's going to have rocket boosters. So now our current trains can't meet the standards. As many countries adopt new electric engine technology, we're falling behind. News about new electric trains piqued our interest. Great speed and efficiency. Yeah, explain further. Oh, we're transformed to a high-speed railway. Look at the map. It was pointing at Holsford. So here, the capital starts right here. Highways mean cool cars and road trips, yeah. From there, we'll go to Enrica. Oh, yep, so, and connect to Gelzard. Oh, yep, there. Oh, and then to Lakehaven. I mean, if there's also a similar highway that also serves as a nice route to the capital as well as away from it. We're going to boost the economy's new link season in the rural areas. The goods unloaded at the port will be transported much faster. I mean, I'm tempted for it just for how it never actually happens in Australia. Yeah, sure, we'll link it with the major cities. And she's back here talking about the place she used to run. Mayor of Enrico also requests this project be prioritised. This region will be very content. Very interesting. Okay, I want to hear about this highway project though. Improve the business state of the road network in the Agam region. There's from several million Agam storage and storage citizens who are currently neglected. No proper highway connections. The mayor's been asked for a bigger budget. Plus, even trucks are having a hard time travelling through the main roads. Increased travelling is causing trouble for people commuting. Oof. Yeah, that must be cumbersome for the citizens if the roads are rubbish. So happy with anything you like. So what's this upgrade proposal? Starts in Lackhaven. But cool cars, yeah. To Linkberg. To Arvery. Okay, so this is heading out into the border regions, whereas the other one heads in towards the capital. Road network will improve substantially. The mayor asked for the central government continuously neglect our country's regions. That wasn't the region with the oil, was it? Maybe that was the other one. Region makes little sense to put in investments such, you know, we are all swords. Yes, so no preference or separation. Meaning we should think about, oh, there we go, it's best for the country overall. The highway would be less beneficial in the short term. Have to disagree, increase the speed of transportation. Seems we're quite pleased. We had trade talks with Agnolia, they've seen investment as a positive sign. I mean, we did sort of gain charge on a promise of fixing things. And it does sound maybe not the most immediate benefit. We do have a little bit of money. What will your final choice be? Fine. Give me the highway. We'll do that as the thing for a good press release at the start. Get some good positive media coverage. Or maybe all the businessmen will just be angry. But sure, let's go for it. Graph is happy. Negotiations will begin in the middle of the year. You'll be able to award the contract to a corporation of your choice. Oh, hang on. This is where the various businessmen who are wanting to talk to me get involved. Ministry estimates construction will be complete in 2 years if every step going forward is executed successfully. It seems a better political call. Good. Actually, yeah, is there anything else? Should be all. See you soon. Have a nice day. Evening sail on the beautiful coastline. Simon Stone, Lackhaven. H2 highway under construction. Self-named. Alright, cool. So it tells you the mayor from which party. So we're United Swordland. NFP. Okay, what else have we got? We've got, oh. Promising agricultural growth. Sana has increased. New farming practices, more generous credit allowance to the government. Cool. Narble, middle of nowhere. Gas field discovery. Yes. Discoveries could enhance these energy supply. It's a specific role in the broader energy landscape. So release their findings. What other reports we've got? Tourism potential, rich historical sites, unique cultural attributes, untapped tourism potential, lacks the infrastructure though, okay. Got declining energy output at Valgan Dam. Critical energy resource for Swordland. Oh, it's old, okay. So it may need to be refurbished in the future. Nature preservation, as well as a march promoting ecological practices and nature preservation. Authorities have noted the event. And booming wine demand. Local wines. Cool. That sounds good for the economy. Oh, wait a second. Oh, these are reports from other countries. Okay, that's why they're off the map. Got Republic of Karut. Expresses approval of Swordish democracy. Oh, I've been congratulated on my victory. Cool. Caucasian Treaty Organization advocates for global human rights amid tensions. Sure. Republic of Agnolia. Congratulations from PM Van Horten. Congratulate us. Praise our stance on elections. We go well. Congratulations President Smolak. Congratulates election victory. King has formally said in official address he praised Swordland's so-called democratic ethos. regardless of the government. So called. It just reminds me of when people write into Top Gear. It's like so called Top Gear, so called Jeremy Clarkson. Congratulations, Prime Minister Alvarez. Sends best wishes, warns about the threats of the encroaching millennialist influence of United Cortana. Federalist Socialist Republic. Wait, Cortana. And Chancellor Hyrule saying congratulations for close cooperation. Ironically, I'm going to ignore basically all of them and try and stay neutral instead. Why can I select that one? It's a new step forward in international diplomacy, the Contaran Security Pact, intergovernmental economic 9 countries signed a 5-year non-aggression pact with the Federation of Anrakan Isles. Okay. Cool. Where's home? There it is. Oh, and we've got a situation in Wholesort. So just check. Oh, cool. Just auto saves. I didn't know how it worked. Wholesort. What have they got? Invest in Arcasian company stocks. Oh, is this where my personal wealth is? I can invest my money. Become a bit of a stock trader. Oh, they're also preparing a tourism act. Oh, okay, yep, I can buy some shares. Up and coming electronics manufacturing company. I mean, I only have 2 personal wealth at the moment. Sure. Oh, by a manger, Gus. Then again, getting financial. Well, I mean, he's the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, not economics. Sure, we'll just go 1,000 shares. I can't wait to find out they've just been scammed. Okay, nothing else looks new. We've got another. Reception of the inaugural bowl to celebrate. Just finished buttoning up my suit jacket when the doorbell rang. The presidential guard arrived to pick us up for the inaugural bowl. What, is the Joker going to break in and try and kill us? The bowl was a 3-decade-old tradition, breathlessly anticipated by politicians, bureaucrats, and the press. All eyes were about to be on me. Called on Micah to get the children ready. Looking in the mirror, I strained my tie and took a deep breath. After tonight, there'll be no turning back. Seeing Diana hanging from behind, standing little Monica had fixed her hand to an elaborate parade woven through with ribbons. Papa and Mama told me it's time to go. Stroke her hair, hello darling. Yeah, where is your brother? I think Frank's still upstairs. She shrugged. So it's time to leave. So, where's my first lady? Darling Frank, it's time. Oh, my friend, enough fussing around, let's get a move. Yeah, it's time. Came down the stairs. She's wearing a simple yet elegant beige sheath dress with short heels, her hair been neatly pinned into a chignon, showing off the pearlings like given her for our 15th anniversary. All these years, she'd say my side, and we're about to begin the most challenging chapter in our lives yet. How do you do, Mr. President? Just kiss her hand, embrace her, just stand there and look at her. I guess hand, sure. How do I look? Where the hell is Frank? Oh, you look as beautiful as the day we're married, sure. Be a bit sappy. Now there's that chum that got you elected. Frank trudged down. He does not look happy. Oh, I suppose this thing itches. Over the collar of his new tuxedo, he seemed ill at ease. I'm glad to have him with us. Sure, Dad, I'm just dying to go. Oh, okay, he's not happy. Are these people going to be around us from now on? She pointed at the presidential guards at the door of the house. Yes. These people, yeah, they are our friends. Well, as long as they protect us. Gonna make sure nothing bad happens to your papa or his family. The other flanked by the guards walked out the door. Frank stopped abruptly and turned towards me. Do I really have to go? Okay, don't make me angry. You'll love it. I'm sure you play pretty girls, or it's a party throwing for me, or I'm nervous myself. I feel. I mean, he's a teenager. 3 sounds like it might work. But one is... Yeah, I'd say I'm certainly nervous. I mean, you only get inaugurated as president once. Smiles reluctantly. When you put it like that, sure, let's go. Presidential guard shows the way as red and blue lights flashed around. Surge my driver ushered us into an armoured limousine. Motorcade started moving towards the palace. I gazed out the window, deep in thought. Anton, what are you thinking about? Nothing. Nice car, isn't it? What's happening? I'm wondering if I made the right choice. Sure, we'd say thinking we've come a long way together. So we have still so much more to accomplish. Just remember, no matter what happens to the children, I'll always be here for you. I'm going to help Papa fix everything. My new vice president. Frank rolled his eyes. I knew. Oh wow. Well, see, darling, this means a great deal. Let's just enjoy the night. Let's not get too carried away. It seemed like just a few minutes, the convoy slowed to a halt. Siege rolled down the limousine soundproof partition. We're here, sir. Hope you enjoyed the drive. Much appreciated. How are you? As good as I can be. Today's your day. I'm glad you're in charge. No, my entire family voted for you, which is probably why you're my driver slash bodyguard. Thank you. I'm giving all your support. You're the one who sparked a lure of hope in us all. The only imposing palace was festooned with garish banners that near made look cheerful, a line of shiny luxury sedans stretched around it. Politicians, bureaucrats, and celebrities, the creme de la creme of the sword and elite, streamed inside the building, and I was arriving fashionably late. Good luck out there. I'll see you on the trip home. Stepped down and immediately found myself surrounded by loud voices and camera flashes. Hordes of eager journalists thrust their portable microphones my way. Oh boy, here we go. My guards fended most of them off, but one woman managed to dodge them and corner me. I recognized the Swordish Broadcasting Company logo and a press lanyard. Oh, I remember that. Mr. President! Do you plan working together with the opposition parties? Okay. My administration will bring real change. It's nice for celebration. The opposition is willing to support us. We're going to work with everybody. I mean, it is kind of the initial celebration, but it is also a bit of a tone setter. Like the first big sort of public event. 1 and 4 seem a bit too unbelievably optimistic or pessimistic. Like 4 saying, oh yes, we'll work with everyone. It sounds like, well, we're just promising everything. That sounds a bit far-fetched. 3 sort of implies that it's on the opposition. I honestly think 2. That does seem a bit risky. I mean, you don't plan on working together. I did not say that. We'll do our job. I don't think no, I did not say that. No renegade interrupt. Yeah, this isn't Mass Effect where you just punch them. One more question. When your first experiment was to sign a campaign finance law. Yes, which I did sort of by accident. It's a deliberate attempt. No. I've had it with your questions. Oh, this does look like from you. It was agreed to by a majority. I couldn't use my veil on the first day. Perhaps it was. It's ensured it is the funds we stay in power long enough to bring democracy. I think, you know, if I'm using my unlimited veto on the first day, that's probably like, I'm just going to be like, no. Yeah. That's enough, ma'am, said one of my guards while nudging a pull away from me. A path through the crowd was now open. Quickly I made my way to the entrance of the palace. At the same time, a dozen fireworks went off. Entrance decorated with beautiful ribbons in colours of white, yellow, maroon. Oh, they'd even rolled out the maroon carpet. Into the lobby, joins the throngs of people making their way towards the ballroom. Behind me, I heard a familiar voice. The other was, my best friend and vice president. Uncle Peter. Hey, Peter, it's great to see you. You are growing fast. Wow, I haven't heard that one before. You two are growing faster than I am getting wiser. Are you sure you've gotten any wiser? Wow, savage. Mr. Vice President, let's say you're a sight for sore eyes, sure. Let me see if it depends. Here's my family approached and shook her hands with a firm step polite and delicate features. Add on to his first asset. I mean, the thing is, we've been friends since growing up, which, yeah, probably means inevitably we're going to turn on each other over some disagreement of policy. Congratulations, Anton. I have to say the results were clear to me from the beginning. There's a woman behind every successful man. Yeah, that's true. Watch it, Jeff. Yes, Monica, hi, you barely said a word. I'm all relieved to have this roller coaster ride over with, of course, now the real work begins. Oh yes, managing the help, playing parties, day trips to the salon to look your best for foreign dignitaries. Don't be so old-fashioned. I plan to use my past first lady to advance the position of women without sworn. Equal rights for our sex are long overdue. As long as you don't burn the roast. Some of these options are just absolutely Sure, absolutely. Deanna suddenly jumped in between talking to my sleeve. Oh, can we go? Want to see the ballroom? Sure. Yes, it's time. Let's go. Make our grand entrance. Inside, we're getting surrounded by a noisy crowd, but this time it was the politicians who sought to appease the new authority in Swordland. Spend the next few hours shaking hands, joining various conversations, some serious, some superficial, and making speeches. We finally settled down at our dinner table with the Vectorns as the band started playing some slow jazz tunes. Oof, that was tiring. If I have to shake another hand again. I mean, we do have to get used to it. We've only been running the country for, what, like 3 days? Well. Uh-oh. Suddenly loud banging noise echoed from outside the ballroom, then another. Oh, great. Is this the first assassination attempt? Musicians stopped playing. Everyone in the room was looking around in confusion. There goes moral scientist. Everyone was from right. Peter and I turned to each other, realization dawning on both of our faces. Oh, please tell me it's not the BFFs already. Fireworks? No, that's not fireworks. No! Gunshots! Apparently so loud that it had to vibrate the text. So Monica had the word, she'd lunged from her seat. Yeah, get down. Yeah. You might be able to shield someone from 1 or 2 bullets, but not a whole bunch of them. The kids! Monica, Deanna, and Frank looked at me, saying I rushed to shield them. Papa, what's happening? I knew it, we never should have come. Chaos broke out, some guests flung themselves under their tables and others ran towards the doors, screaming. Deanna burst in tears while Frank tried to comfort her, hiding the fear in his own... Oh, you do not run towards the doors. 3 more gunshots rang out loudly. Mr. President, you're right. Carl Greaser, head of the Swords Police Fort, was running towards us with 3 more police officers in decorated uniforms. They all had their guns drawn. BFS got tired of making bracelets and doing each other's nails, yeah. Come on, I've only been president for like 3 days. What did I do? As soon as he made it to us and saw we were unharmed, he let out a big sigh of relief. Thank God. Yeah, status report. Yeah, what's the current situation? 1 second, Mr. President. Turn around quickly to his men. Check the perimeter now. Paul Jans family will bring them to the safe room. You didn't tell Susie. You've been president for 3 days, you haven't fixed everything yet. I mean, that is realistic. Speaking soft voice. Do not worry, the situation now under control. Please follow me. Promptly followed Carl through the winding halls across the palace. His men had their guns drawn, which did nothing to his attention. On the way, Peter... Is Peter about to make a bad joke? I will not appreciate it. Yes! That is descriptive. Shh, yeah, not now. Not now. Don't say anything. Shh, don't jinx it. Carl turned us with a serious face. We're about to round a corner. Quiet, please. Sorry, I talk when I get nervous. Peter, shut up. Flipped a switch on the wall and a panel opened, revealing a hidden staircase leading to a large reinforced door. Inside, a set of emergency lights reflected on. The safe room was comfortable and spacious with expensive looking... Oh, we get fancy sofas. Small security monitors on the wall displayed large green footage of each room in the palace. There's a boardroom and a pantry containing enough provisions to last months. Monica and everyone sat children downside wiping their tears. Oh, geez, this has gone from 0 to 100 real quick. I was like, oh yeah, cool, we're all friends, we forgot that plan. Oh, great, there's been gunfire at the inaugural ball. Carl stepped away from us, made a few radio calls, and he's done. He returned to me and Peter. Wow. So tell me, Carl, do I have clowns for a security force? I'm not going to say that when he's the guy protecting me. I'm under attack. Not the best inauguration, but be 2 and 4 are interesting options. I mean, again, what's the status? Radio suddenly crackled to life. Every second felt like an eternity as he pressed the ear to receive. When it felt suddenly turned to us. Good news, we're not in any danger. The situation has been dealt with. The perimeter has been secured by the guards. If I may, sir, gesture towards a more private corner of the room and started speaking. Oh, so he wants to talk to me separate from my family. I guess this is going to be the worrying stuff. This is what we know so far. We've confirmed that 2 people were gunned down in front of the palace. The attacker is one of them, and we have reason to believe he was working alone. He fired 3 shots at MP. Oh. Does he mean the police or the Parliament people? 1 to the head, 2 to the body, instantly killing him. President regards the past immediately shot and killed. The attack is not been identified yet. How does he know they're working alone if they haven't even been identified? Just because he was the only person shooting. Or because there are at least a few comfy sofas. Yeah, Dominator. We definitely didn't fire him. The MP that was killed was identified as Bernard. It's a case. Oh, wait a second. He ran as an independent, became the first communist to be elected. Oh, and I just cut the funding to them, didn't I? Oh boy. He's acclaimed. Yeah, he's a acclaimed poet, novelist, short story writer, communist politician. He's a romantic communist. Literary works regarded as seminal contributions. Due to his political views, however, his works have been subject to a ban since 1930, and he returned in 1950. Once he returned, was elected, and has immediately been killed. Now it becomes a question of whether he was the actual target or not, or to make it look like he was the target. Yeah, this is going to cause some problems. Peter pulled out 2 cigarettes and handed me one. He then turned to Evelyn. Not the communist one, poor Marx. Yeah, I think the communists have had it rough so far. Even trying to reassure that everything was going to be alright. Mike was still trying to tend to Deanna as Frank paced the room, mumbling they should have stayed home. Comfort the kids. Unless, I mean, you can't really promise 1, but 2 is pretty true. You can't be sure of anything. Well, no, but... I lit my cigarette and took a deep drag. I was going to see this through and keep my family safe. Like I said, becoming president seems to not be a very good job. Why did I do this? At all costs. I crushed the cigarette on the ashtray, and this is the point at which you become a villain. I mean, I do kind of look a bit like a mobster. News. Swordland today. MP shot. Nation shot. An elected member of parliament has been shot dead in suspected political assassination. If assassins don't get you cancelled. Yeah. Police sirens were heard around the clock as the police force increased security measures around the capital. In fact, such a violent act happened to heart of the capital during President New England organization has worried citizens. The Red Youth is reported to have promised revenge. This seems like its potential to be a spark that would swell storms to the political advance of the 20s. Oh, alleged connections to a number of insurgent attacks against the government. So the people who... the revolutionaries who aren't the BFFs... Rain not... What? That's not what I said. Again, this is being realistic. Rain not interested in cooperation. Shut down the call for cooperation, implying he shares no values. I did not say that. Thank you very much. The President chose to make no comments, therefore I must not be interested. As long as being voted by his democratization plans... I see my media interview has gone swimmingly. Okay, what have we got? What's the situation now? Alright, the highway is under construction. For how long? Does it tell me? No. Okay, so I'm guessing this is going to be a press conference to do with the whole assassination thing? Oh, okay, so we've got a report and emergency meeting. Alright, because we're still in the situation room, aren't we? Security measures of the camp have been heightened. So emergency meeting. Mood in the situation room is gloomy. Oh wait, no, this was... Okay, so the next day we're having an emergency cabinet meeting. Yeah, so how are we going to handle this? We're going to discuss the shooting. Lies present the initial report. Shot dead 93 PM in front of the palace gates. He was elected independent member, as you know, a famous communist who I accidentally cut their funding for. Oops. She spat the... Oh, she doesn't like communists, okay. Guards seen from 50 meters away and immediately took action by responding to killing the assailant who was identified as a member of the nationalist organization Young Swords. Right wing L. So these are all the... So you got the BFFs, the Young Swords, and the communist ones. President and his family were unharmed. So I wasn't the target. An MP shot near the palace. I mean, being nationalist makes sense. Imagine they don't like the communists very much. Yeah, this is unacceptable. You know, having assassinations like basically outside the seat of power. This is unacceptable. Agree, revamping security measures have the recessions affected my ministry negatively. Left versus right political violence could spark once again. Return to these days would be devastating. The coups are the reason why our country stagnated. Nia Morgana, the Minister for Justice side. Oh, she serves the Vice Minister. Alfonso was a strong critic of Salisbury and vocal about her opposition to the Supreme Court's authority in state matters. She had a reputation for a fight against corruption. One of the most experienced attorneys. Okay. Red Youth has contended the killing but didn't stop there. They promised revenge. Uh-oh. Returns back further aggression from the Young Swords. Beef Evelyn Stacey's literally forgot to like an Instagram post about puppies, yeah. Instagram was invented in 1953? How did I not know this? The whole cycle sad because Burnett's okay has expressed their views. We can't simply look away. Nia had always been one of the only members of the Justice Ministry truly deserved name. She survived countless attacks on her character while fighting corruption. And rising to power had only compounded a sense of moral duty. So she's going to be secretly evil and behind the whole thing. Freedom of expression is part of our constitution. We can't make one alone an MP shot for voicing different opinions. Absolutely agreed. Agree. Oh wow, you can just go the ideology ready to promote threats. That way overstepped. Yeah, this. So we can say the communists threaten our country. The nationalists, yeah, they definitely have overstepped. Yeah. Yeah, we should protect. Our laws do have good reason. Silencing voice and results of fear and stagnation. What are we going to do? Mr. Defense Harkonnen grunted approval. He towered over the rest of us in full military uniform, his main war medals conspicuously on display. A green mammal, I don't know how to pronounce it because it's French, isn't it? Gendarmerie. Law enforcement will help to boost security in the rural areas where possible. There might be more violence. Should refrain from making the issue a political one from the start. Yeah, that could make things worse very quickly. With a fake moustache. It is political. I mean, it is political issue. Yeah, it's early, but will we attend the funeral? Yeah, I mean, it is. I think we should. I mean, yeah, the nuance here is to detach the person from the violent act. How can it be achieved when it's Bernard Circus we're talking about? He is the communist of Swordland. Difficult elected official being shot. It's unacceptable. We need to make sure we show our stance. Yeah, condemn it. Absolutely. Several police cars rushed past the palace. Everyone went silent. Gasp, full investigation is underway. Oh, she's saying talk about finding subversives and punishing them. Just when we certainly will return this country stronger than ever. Only if we stay vigilant, we must think about the upcoming budget. We're not new side of our real agenda. Yeah, let's not jump to conclusions. We don't want to make things worse. Agreed. Notes of check reports. Tension between the communists and the nationalists will escalate further. The secret gulag of happiness sometime. No, not yet. Or maybe not at all. Yeah, in this kind of atmosphere, we can't pass the reforms. Let's analyze the effects first. Keep us updated. Minister left with concerned looks. It was hard to anticipate what would happen next. News. What have we got? Murder at the palace. Yeah. Politically motivated. Something far right. Shocking photographs have been leaked to the press showing blood drip stairs. We heavily condemn this sort of political violence. The very cycle the president must break its reforms. Got situations, policies. Oh yeah, the reform committee. Oh, Connections Codex Journal. Oh, cool. So it shows the decisions. Oh, and I can make notes if I have important things I don't want to forget, which I probably won't because it'll be funny. So decide to invest, the hire project. Oh, cool. So it keeps like track of all your decisions. So we got Vecton, which honestly is just reminding me of was it Vector from Megamind? Okay, so that's the cabinet. Ah, factions. So the old guard defend the status quo. Reformists led by Victor. The oligarchs led by Walter Tusk. Who I can't imagine who that is possibly based on. Oh, cool, the parliament. So yeah, we've got 130 out of 250 seats. Got Speaker of the Assembly. Richter's Lena. Ah, the Supreme Court. Oh, so this is how we end up getting on the site. So the old guard have 5, the centrists have 3, and the reformists have 3. And you need 6 to get something past the Supreme Court, which means you're probably having to get the centrists and the reformists all on side, which sounds like a pain. Diplomacy situations. Energy crisis. Okay. Continue. A few days later. Uh-oh. Sounds ominous. Now let's check on news. Yep, politician shot dead. Saying he did not manage to live long enough to serve his duty. Said to repeatedly receive threats from Soviet nationalists, viewed him as a traitor. Television footage showed the famous body lying down draped with a white sheet on the pavement from the gates. Said she had assigned a group of leading ministry officials to lead the hunt for the killers. We're investigating all aspects of the funeral will be held tomorrow. Police have reported to increase security measures. So the tricky thing is I need to condemn what happened without making it seem like the funeral is all about me. Because that would not go down very well. Unity despite differences. Anyway, out of recession, bailing out businesses. Murder was a method of the past. Protests quick turn into riots. And Richter is speaking out against them. Farewell Bernard Circus. Condemn it. Any citizen wants to pay respect and invite to attend. Show further decentralized economic growth. They don't even care about the whole murder thing. Okay, what have we got for reports? Communist Party leader suspected of bomb attack. Oh boy, it's getting... 11:48 AM, an unattended bag in front of the NFP. Oh, the party that these people might be linked to, who did the assassinating, was destroyed by the police on suspicions of being a bomb threat. Communist Party leader Valgan has been arrested. Oh boy. Oh, hang on, we've got reactions from other countries. Oh no, this is other stuff. It's to create an imbalance of trade. Oh, they're complaining that apparently we're getting the good end of the deal in trades and they aren't. What was the other country? Republican warns traitors. Warned us. warned us regarding a pathway from the mountains of Burgi allowed traders of the state to escaping to Swordland. It's demand the border security be increased. Oh, he's unhappy about people. He's unhappy about his people fleeing across the border to us. Illegal firearms found in Communist Party office. Oh, this is getting worse. Alleged attacks organised by their members found illegal firearms building has been closed and 22 members of the party have been detained. Oh dear. Young Sword's youth wing leader dead after terror attack. Jesus, this scene was organised to look like a suicide. Illegal fake AK... Well, the legally distinct AK-47s. 47! 2,854 bullets, 12 hangouts, 27 grenades, and bomb-making equipment was found in the basement in the abandoned house. No suspects have been detained. Oh boy. Sold dams at maximum capacity. It's handling an enormous amount of watering flow. Not the most relevant thing at the moment. Sure. Are you cracking down the poorest in commoners after the leader was assassinated? No. I mean, there wasn't an option to do that. Police understaffed. Not that I would have anyway. Police overburdened. I mean, I'm not surprised with all the chaos that's happening. Shit. Weapons seized in Cultural Centre. Oh, in Young Sword. Yeah, apparently we're going after anyone who's got illegal weapons. Regulars are placed denied having any knowledge. The owners of the building been detained. 22 rifles and 2 machine guns. Belong to the armed forces, dated 25-ish years ago, but kept in very good condition. Oh boy, okay, what's the situation? Dinner with the family at home, security briefing, read the report. Chief of Police reports 2 bluish women with affiliations to the BFFs. I don't know why, it's just funny. If they caught in Holston before they could execute a terror attack, both been listed as wanted criminals and enemy of the state. Have admitted their intention to attack the National Front Party's rally. Rejected any connections to the BFF, both claim they're acting alone. Stacy and Susie gun, yeah. I mean, I think you have to do all the important ones before it skips to the next bit. But, yeah, security briefing first. It's running 2 parts, starting with internal matters. A few high-ranking officials, including Chief of the Armed Forces, who don't get along with each other. Rose from their seats. Sir, please take your seats. Everyone in the room sat down except for Lucian. He put on his glass and went through documents in front of him. He raised his head to address the attendees. Mr. President, the key of today's meeting with the internal security briefing, which I imagine is not looking very good with the whole assassination on the steps of power almost immediately. I'm assuming everyone has already been over the agenda. We're all busy schedules, so without further ado, I'll jump to our first topic. Fear the political atmosphere has worsened. I'm not surprised. Tensions are rising. What's the status on the investigation? What's the status on the investigation? The whole thing kicks off. Investigation is concluded. Please, yeah, the more we know, the better. We've confirmed the motive and also events leading up to. A few days prior, members of Red Youth initiated a violent attack on a... Oh. Wait a second, so this was a revenge thing. Members of Red Youth initiated a violent attack on a local leader. We believe the young sword then called for revenge. So he often spoke against the young sword in National Senate Assembly. He was a big target. Yeah, but what? Security. Much mentioned radical. Political violence needs to stop. He had it coming then. Radical. The Red Youth. I mean, yeah, calling radical communist views. But yeah, we just lost a great writer. That's true. It's unfortunate, but it's likely that an incident would happen. Point to highlight section document. The funding sources of the Red Youth have a clear link to United Contana. Oh, joy! A federalist socialist republic situated on the continent considered as a superpower of the world. Great. Here we go. Yeah, are we absolutely sure about this? Yes, we found the cash trap. Several Red Youth members with ties to the United Contana have been detained. Information extracted points to preparation for a communist uprising. Well, having cancer might end up being communist even if I don't want it to be. It is unusual for superpowers to influence other nations. I think this case a little far-fetched, lacks popular support. That is true. They got, what, less than 10% of the vote. In a report, it would be wrong to jump to conclusions about foreign interference. Has humanitarian and cultural ties with many countries. Yeah, we don't want to create an immediate crisis. Plus, she is pretty strongly anti-communist, is maybe jumping at shadows a little bit. Nearly 3 decades ago, they funded General Ricard and tried to establish a communist dictatorship. If not for Colonel Sol, we would have seen the real crisis. Killed in action. Took a sip from a glass of water and continued. Police chief has linked the funding channel to the United... Oh, the consulate. Okay. As we all know, the enemies of Swordland are many. We also have threats inside the country. Yeah, we need to remain vigilant. We give up essential freedoms to purchase temporary security. We deserve neither freedoms nor security. It's debatable. Yes, we know what more security and surveillance calls this country under President Sol. So we get that President Sol brought stability after a long period of bloodshed and chaos, but moving on. Our highest internal threat comes from the estimated 20,000 strong Bluish for the BFFs, led by the imprisoned Julian Arge. Political prisoner since 1944, it's now 1953. Imprisoned Antel Rock Prison. This is the worst criminals located in a large half-rocky island. Oh, so it's basically like Alcaraz. They only had one successful escape attempt. What, it was me. Funny. Their banned political organisation now militant forces trying to induce racial violence. They're making a lot of noise, a little substance. Yeah, are they being supported? To some extent, like they couldn't attract a wide audience. Thousands if anti-bluish experiment spreads again. Into page 3. 2 crates filled with weapons close to the border with fake Russia. They're filled with military-grade weapons. We expect that more have been smuggled in. A group of Bloods was caught with these guns at a checkpoint not far away. The governor's already taking necessary measures. One burger has been active aggressive in the region for a long time. I suppose they attempted to smuggle in weapons. This is very weird. Yeah, we need to get lower ahead. Yeah, they sound quite aggressive. We don't want to... looking for a reason to take action. Oh, and again, she's going for... play dead, play nice. Grave news, must be careful not to stoke the fires of any religious sentiment. Governor Bron is directly causing tensions to rise. Oh. It's a mess. Let's remind the Governor Bron is directly responsible for the arrest of the previous leader. Truth's policies can be extreme. Let's get the region peaceful. Misusing his powers, the insane authority of the governor is surely a root cause. It would be very difficult to revoke the special status of Berger under the current circumstances. The president no longer have the authority it so enjoyed. So now, yes, with enough justification for it would be possible. Anyway, we'll discuss this later time. Tell me more about the special zone. Special Ministry of Region. Governed by an appointed governor, only exists in Bergia. The zone was formed to structure specifically counter the threat of rebels. Exercise a certain degree of autonomy and massive internal security. Contrary to the other regions, the special zone does not conduct elections. Instead, the responsibility for regional government is appointed by the president every 6 years. I get a distinct feeling that the reformists are going to want that to be changed. A couple of years were disaster for Bergia, declared war, openly attacked our people and occupied entire cities. Massive operating like the longest time they're in control was for 2 weeks. Despite the arrest, the BFS student activity, special status of the region was never revoked. Yeah, that was 9 years ago. Why is it still Today, the special zone of Burgee gives the governor insane amounts of authority. He was in trouble with the law before for not following central government's authority. Burgee also had its own police force directly command. They're not part of my mission, only cooperate when they're forced to. Oh. Great, so we'd have a civil war in our hands if we got carried away. Even though they're forced to have the authority to serve, the special zone leaves security of Burgee and most of the governor. So, discrimination is maddening. We need to revoke this. It won't disturb the status quo. Must reverse the situation. Governor should be given credit. I mean, it might have been a good idea initially, but it's been 9 years. Yeah. It's been 9 years. Rest. What is the second most important threat? The gang violence threatening the Nagis and Agnan regions. Ow! 2 organised crime families are at war. It just keeps getting better and better. Is there peace? Which 2 crime families? One is known as the Coronelli. Dating back to the 1880s. Illegal drug and organ trafficking. Oh, lovely. The other is the Skinner cartel. Black market arms trade. However, when it comes to avoiding the police, both cooperate. Okay, so as long as they don't like each other, but they will begrudgingly work together against the police, that's a problem. Yeah, we need to... Yeah, they're playing with fire. God. Agree with it, mate, it will not be easy. Gangs exist because corruption is so common, they buy our police officers and slip by checkpoints. So deeply. Should we ask you that current capabilities may not be able to prevent the further arming of separatists? Ugh. Law enforcement budget is increased. I can't be fully responsible for what happens. Our police units are spread thin as is. We might increase in law enforcement budget, or you do whatever, your job, whatever happens. Don't come to me with an excuse. I think I'd definitely consider an increase in the budget. I wish you would stop using the word thugs, Lilius. The real problem is corruption, which is fueling the gang violence, very likely the reason why these weapons were smuggled in. At that point, yeah, corruption is the root of all evil. Look into the corruption once the weapons have been found, the gang's been beaten. Just like previous administrations kicking the can down the road, destroying institutions, we're openly scowling at each other. Oh boy. Well, this concludes the topic for the internal portion. Thank you for the updates. Thank you for the overview. Until next time. 2 minutes left the room. We took a short break for the second part. And we get the military bigwigs in. Mason makes his way towards the tower while they're still by the door. Mr. President. Welcome. Put General Crew with me due to the escalation of our borders. Step forward and saluted. He had a strong jaw with sharp cheekbones. His tall stature, uniform, medals combined with deep and intense stare made him look threatening. He was in his 70s, yet he had a bulky body as a result of his commando training. Not only was the second most decorated officer, he was also the longest serving. Wait, who's the longest serving? I mean, he did salute me, sure, we'll salute him back. Hello, Outcast 01. Finally made to the final event. Tapped his foot impatiently. He seemed uneasy with the presence of another higher ranking. Oh, well, yeah, these 2 guys don't get along with each other very much. It's going to be a significant gathering. Let's begin. Now we have to find out all about the external threats that are probably coming in to cause even more chaos. Situation at Reston and... Did I just say... I combined, like, Western... I said, like, Reston. That's not English. Western and northern borders towards Rumburg is very tense. We're deployment of divisions close to our border. Oh boy. Rumburg has been increasingly expansionist in the past decades, also interfered in Magnolia, but they now turn their sights on us. Yes, this is very concerning. Observing these areas actively, have a polite word with tanks. Contingency plans are ready. Seems like they want to increase the pressure both externally and internally. Mr. President from A. Oh, Kruger wants to interrupt. Sure, please, General, yes. Picture becoming clear. The latest information from the about the weapons caches, and now there is an active military build-up close to our borders. So our situation was analysed by General Staff, and our predictions of future territorial incursion by Rumberg. I'm not sure how long this whole neutrality plan is going to last. Let them come, we'll give them hell. The threat's exaggerated, I have complete trust in the General Staff. Yeah, I trust the military. We're not a damn, Mr. President. General Staff is composed of the smartest military individuals. And quite an increase, and everyone wants an increase in the budget. I can't increase the budget for everyone. Large armed force will hold them at bay. Falcon. Oh boy, they're agreeing. Okay, that must be a big deal. We do need to increase the military budget, although we don't see eye to eye on exactly how to spend the budget. So much room. I have my concerns about Rumberg too. We need strong allies to withstand such a superior power. Their own nemesis. Oh yes, the oxymoron of military intelligence. It's an understatement. Times are changing and war is coming whether we like it or not. We must be prepared. Yes, Lenjet. What does he reckon? Swordland is actually just Tasmania in like the past, the alternate universe or something. Yeah, we must be prepared. Yet during the election you promised to... I mean, I did promise to focus on the military. I amended my words, yes. Of course you are, that's my folly. Country hasn't fallen to any invading force for 200 years. You cannot let it happen. That would be rather embarrassing. Find regional allies to deter them. Like Vagzon, but I was also promising to remain neutral. This might be time to go for super army then. Rumberg wouldn't attack a nation allied with a superpower. Storm must be able to stand on its own 2 feet and be able to defend itself. I mean, that's the thing. We promised that we'd be able to defend ourselves. Of the same mind, sir. Stand strong as we've always done. All the requested budget increases. We could be anywhere, yeah. Their infrastructure win prizes. If one fails, silent with soldier into the room, let Lancia know the call would come through from the ministry. Oh, what's happened now? Don't tell me there's been a border skirmish. Excuse me, Mr. President. Walk softly and carry a big steam. Few minutes later, he enters the room again. His expression just changed. Oh, is this about to go to dramatic music? Yep, there's been military activity close to our border. I just spoke to the local commander. We should go to the ministry and get further updates. Understood. Raising military, raise the first call of action. If there's truly extraordinary intent, we will relate to you immediately and wait for further orders. Oh boy. Go and show the might of the armed forces. Says appreciate, remain calm. Yeah, make sure that they know that we're watching. That will hopefully stop them from trying any funny things. Always watching when he's raising money. Fetch the tank, we're going on a road trip. Yeah, we'll sort on this. Lead left the room. Rumberg was already testing us, and the reports indicate interference inside our borders. Communist, nationalist, blues, rebels, Rumberg expansion. What was next? It's all happening. Sword noise is a key piece in the chessboard of the global rivalry between Arcasia, Constitutional Republic, and United Cortana. The reason is there's no such aggression from Rumberg, not at these levels at least. Takes one tiny spark to start the flames of war. Phone rang, oh no. Rumberg could decide to close their consulate. Oh, okay. Interesting. And not at all ominous. Nationwide revolt. Not contained, causing significant harm to countries' economy and stability. And the whole diplomatic pressure from Rumberg. Economic stability is still crashing. Okay, let's see what various reports we've got. Arcasia develops first intercontinental ballistic missile. Range capable of reaching targets thousands of kilometers away, advanced precision targeting, underscores alliances, enhanced strategic terrorist capabilities. Curious protection of its member states. Oh, military. Supreme Wise Man Jorga Ozma. Actually, I'm curious. I'm guessing Rumberg is going to say army's much bigger. Where is it? Oh, cool. So it shows, yeah, relations, military population, GDP makes sense. Wait, so where do we see our stats? Ah, so we're 16th GDP world rank, official language Swordish. Everybody American again. So we've got Agnolia, who are friendly with us, and getting cheap steel imports, but they're weak militarily, and even worse than us in GDP. We've got Wellen, which is neutral and also weak, and even worse GDP. Jeez. Lesbia is neutral with a strong military, a much higher population than us, and ooh, even better than pretty good GDP. And they're a member of the group that has the rockets. Who's the leader of Rumberg? Wasn't it Queen? Here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. Relations unfriendly, military overwhelming, population underwhelming. Yeah, Queen Beatrice Livingston. Self-proclaimed ruler of all Northern Macopia. To the throne at the age of 16. Semi-constitutional monarch. And annexed Northern Magnolia. Gained infamy for selling weapons to both sides during the Welland Civil War. Received numerous international criticisms. Occasionally faced Republican sentiments. She looks like she needs to speak to the manager. Yes. Okay, what have we got for news? Rumors of an infrastructure project. Oh yeah, the highway that we were starting on. Actually, Lenjet, you missed it. I had a choice to choose between a new highway and high-speed rail, and the high-speed rail tempted me just for how it's always talked about in Australia, it never happens. But I ended up going with the highway. Hall Construction once again won. Number 1 construction company of the year. 11-time company was selected for top spot in a row. You chose the road. I know. I basically thought the publicity would be good. I know, making infrastructure decisions based on what's good for my chance of getting re-elected. I'm embracing the realism already. Gang violence. No, a 15-year-old girl was shot to death while walking a dog. Oh dear. It was a reckless act of violence. The victim was not the target. The local police force, the region is currently understaffed and overworked. No truth behind the economic crisis. Many of the great regions still do not have electricity or fresh water. In the year of 1954, it's high time money invested in us instead of armchair millionaires. 1927, never again. Cannot forget what General Aaron declared martial law. His tanks rolled and murders took place. These tanks cannot roll again. Bombs cannot fall again. And freedoms cannot be suspended again. Rumberg closes consulate. So, political unrest and uncertainty is the main reason. 120-year-old consulate. Dozen citizens with Rumbergian relatives went out to protest. Not clear if the closure was temporary or permanent. Seeing a breakout of diplomatic ties which date from 30 years ago. This can easily be regarded as a one-sided provocation from the north. Okay, what have we got in the country? United Katana Consulate helped protesters. Oh, and yep, the socialists and the nationalists fighting each other. Were caught in front of the consulate after the pushback police. Diplomatic mission opened its doors and Red Youth members escaped inside the police. Oh, so they sheltered some of the protesters. Okay. The H3 highway still under construction. Rise of Golkondism. Rural areas. Minor military rants. British Freedom Front. Prominent prosperous expected behind the sun increase. Into social unrest. Okay, looks like all the current reports. So they've got, it's the dinner at family home. you know, a few days after the whole assassination thing. Turn the door, I can hear Deanna rushing downstairs to greet me. Her door in there, she wants to stay in front of me, expecting nice. Papa, you're home! Yay! There's a lift and hugger, yeah. While trying to put the keys in the tray next to the entrance. She was going fast, lifting up was no longer as easy as it once was. How was school? Boring, I like my old school better. No down expression change serious. Other bad man gone. It was only one bad man, yeah. Chief. Papa's here. She's wearing an apron holding a spatula in her hand. Damn, what did I tell you? No running there. I would get assassinated while eating his pudding. Poisoned! By pudding. Tantalizing smell wafted from the kitchen behind her. Darling, you should know what we have a cook for. Like going grocery shopping just like old times, so she can't make your favourites like I can. You mean... Yes, yeah. Classic delicacy, vegetables and creamy sheep cheese sandwich between thin layers of dough. Sure. I wonder if that's based on a real food. Assume it is. Absolutely my favourite dish, especially paired with cabbage, a potent unfiltered wine. Kiss her on the cheek, yeah. Just wanted to cheer everyone up a bit. Smile phone, she lowered her voice so Deanna wouldn't hear. Especially after what happened to the bowl. Yeah. I'm worried, Anton, for you, for the children, and for the country. Deanna's standing up here next to us. Mama, yes, sweetheart, I'm hungry. Dinner with food, wait just a minute. Tell Frank to come down for dinner, he's been sulking in his room all day. Oh. Loud rock and roll music echoed down the hallway. I caught a faint hit of cigarette smoke. We'll just knock on the door first. No response. Okay, we'll knock on the door a second time. It's the third time. Turn the rack and open the door. The ring clicked off. Alright, alright. Unlocked, open the door. What do you want? Hand a cigarette during frame for dinner. Yeah, food is ready. Great, I'm starving. Head downstairs. Won't be as tasty if it's cold. Monica's cooking was delicious there, but I had the feeling that wasn't the reason nobody spoke. I was first to break silence. Sage, you know, they refurbished the grocery store. I've been there for the past 30 years. What if you're president for 20 years, for example? 20 years of this, I'd be dead. I don't want this country to suffer under another soul. Honestly, that would be so bad. I like how some of the options are just completely... I'd be dead. You don't joke about it. Yeah, I don't want this country under another soul. Grocery is nice. Might not be the best answer after assassination attempt. Yeah, also that. Saying I would be dead just after assassination attempt. Yeah. Extra vegetables. Frank suddenly slammed his hands on tail, rattling the plates and Monica down and said to him, "So is this how it's going to be? We're just going to sit here like nothing happened? Dad, you could have been killed. Mum could have been killed. Any one of us could have died." Deanna's lower lip started trembling. Monica put her hand on Frank's shoulder. Yeah, I wouldn't let anything happen to you. I knew, I know, but still. Can you at least tell me if something's been done about this? Oh. Now, is this a security issue? Don't need any details. We were not even the target. I mean... The problem is we know it wasn't a rogue shooter. Yeah, my security assured me. Same security let a person get shot in front of the palace. Fair point. Very fair point. Frank, listen to your father. If father says we don't need to worry, then we don't need to worry. You have to trust him. Can we use tank for protection detail? That's like, yeah, forget the armored limo, I just want a tank. Monica turned to me. We all have to trust each other. Things calmed down a bit. We finished our food in silence. Frank got up first, retreated back to his room. Monica lifted the hour up and popped her in front of the living room TV before returning to a table. She sat down across from me. Anton, he's still young. I know. There's not much we can assume from the world. That's what worries me. I made plenty of rash decisions. My father would give me hell. I mean, Yeah, that is true that, you know, in the backstory I was a student protester and got beaten up by the police. Yeah, I did make rash decisions. Make plenty of rash decisions now. Frank's not the only one who's scared. All you need to worry about is putting more delicious on our table. I worry too. I promise the tree any threat. Yeah, if there's any threat to family, you'll be the first to know. Those are for protection. The good up stood behind me, massaged my shoulders for a moment before leaving me alone in the dining room. I sat alone at the table and drained my glass of cabbage. Had I been lying to Frank and Jenna, was the threat to my family truly over? Time would tell. Oh. Okay, what have we got? News. Protests across Swordland turned violent. Protests. Political chaos. A group of armed assaulted National Front Planet headquarters, committed arson. Unrest. United Group militants fired shots, 5 people inside the Communist Party's local office. Ambulance was called but didn't arrive in time. Jeez. Public of Morelia expresses condolences for Circus. Circus? I don't think his last name is Circus. Circus. No condolences, recognized him as an influential poet and advocate for Malinvious ideas. Oh yeah, the funeral happened yet? I don't think so. Tired security pat. Spotlights workers' rights. These nations see global standards. An average minimum wage 45% higher. Industrial sector unionization rates 95%. So addresses issues such as gender wage gap average 12%. Advocate for stricter enforcement of labour laws. Economy danger. I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, the graph is concerning. So I think it started like here. I don't know what point it was at. And yeah, the highway's still under construction. Still waiting on that. What have we got? End of day at the room pass will react to the unrest. Okay. I suppose the end of day one makes sense to do last. Oh wait, is this the information? Widespread protests. Yes, we need to deal with it. Chief Strategist has prepared several action plans, so do nothing. Call for restraint, visit affected towns in person, label all protesters as traitors, or expand the police force by deploying all recruit. That's... cutting short training sounds like a dicey thing to do. That one's just going to make it worse. Calling for restraint... I think it's one of these two, and I'm always leaning towards the second one, because the first one sort of sounds like the easy thing to do when you're not there, as if you're visiting the place. Yeah, I think visit. And watch me having to dodge another assassination, probably. President Rain talks to protesters, visit towns which were heavily affected by the protests and riots. Seen talking to the protests and listening to the concerned citizens. Sends a powerful message, going walking among them, listening to their problems. Yeah, so it seems like at least the Holzard Post is pleased with what I did. Watch the news reports tomorrow, the other ones be like, he's an idiot! Typical for another road trip, yeah. Okay, end of day. It's late in the evening. Room past is finding it somewhat quiet when I return to my office. Great, is someone gonna plant a bomb in the front garden or something? I eagerly approached my chair and sprawled out on it. Been an exhausting day, just like every day since I took office. Prepare to go home. I'm sure. We'll just lean back and relax. Stretched out my arms, leaned back in my chair, took a deep breath. Also, the skyline was daunting but beautiful. I glanced downwards out the window and saw a surge and the guards waiting for me by the main gate. And a couple of knocks, my secretary entered. Private secretary. Previous worked at the airline's headquarters, secretary director. President, Mr. Tusk is here to see you. The millionaire business investor and owner of the Lothenberg Group, spokesman, that has slightly dodgy where he's the only known public member. I think we can have full cost back. You and me with the Lothenberg spokesman, so sorry for not giving you proper notice, that's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just don't have it happen again. Thank you for understanding. Mr. Tusk swaggered into the room. I'm much more stylishly dressed than him, though. I met Sorn's most promising businessman once or twice, but never alone. It's either shadow organization or Ponzi scheme, yeah. He had large jowls, blindingly shiny shoes, and you have someone who's used to getting his way. Okay, so I need to make sure he doesn't run over me. Anything to drink, Mr. Tusk? Cognac, preferably from before you were born. I'll check the supplier. Back to the office, showing me an apologetic look as she did so. Hung up his hat, which I could see was lined with mink. Fixed him with a long house down and broke into a toothy grin. Good evening, Mr. President. I'm here to congratulate you. Uh-oh. I do just notice his name's got red. It's always a bad sign. Both sat down. Business partner, I wish you a successful term. Thank you. Nod or get to the point. We'll just go the neutral option, feel him out a bit, see what he's up to. Nod. No chance to save the ball with all the panic, but we're very much looking forward to working with you. Okay, here comes the deal. Thank you. I'd like to build a profitable relationship. See you, man, Mike. He said there are some concerns of mine. Oh, here we go. Concerns of his. Let me guess, he's not making enough money. I'd like to take this opportunity to clear up. I'm already hearing the quotation marks. The people you represent? Yeah, I know you represent the group, but who on earth are they? The state of the economy in Sourland has influenced everyone. The recession is all hard. Pulls out a box of cigars. What is brought from Lesbia? No, you go ahead. I'd stay away from smoking. Alcohol's enough. Grabbed himself a cigar and looked out towards the scenery as he puffed away. Heard that you purchased stock. Oh, smart buyer developing new gadgets. Oh, is he going to become my new stock portfolio advisor guy? Spend money to make money. Yep, that's true. Surprised what one can achieve given the resources in capitalism. I'll buy a couple thousand shares too to expand my portfolio. Oh, is he trying to... His eyes wandered away. Having good start to turn for sure, besides the recent trolls. Oh yes, besides the mass protests, attacks, you know, everyone trying to kill each other, foreign countries interfering, possibly trying to move in on us. Other than that, it's going fantastically. I'm glad you decided to promote the free market. The free market to evolve is hard to dispute. Consider it better, or could I really think there are many elements where our capital could be of help to the government? What's the catch? He grinned. High investment was a good call, but high-speed rail would have been better, especially for business logistics. Okay, so he's not displeased, but he's not massively happy either. I don't want... Okay, so the region of dire investments, I got to focus on these people is to boost the economy, and I don't disclose our intentions. I mean, 4 is probably true to an extent, but it's also very undiplomatic to say. I mean, it's certainly true to say the region was in dire need of investments, and it's probably the most neutral. He just hates cool cars, yeah. Yeah. Most important goal is to divert investments where most profits can be made for the treasury. You can be close to allies. Can help you to get some of their recession, which will be the key problem to solving your term, could even determine your re-election. Start with gesture of goodwill. Soon the investment project contract will be awarded to one of the 3 main contenders. He pulled a check out of his pocket. Okay, here we go. Slid towards me. My personal bank details were listed with a deposit of 500,000 Swedish rand ready to be transferred. This was 6 months of a president's salary. Wow, he isn't even hiding, yeah. Contract was somehow awarded to Underhaul Construction. They will not work hard to deliver, but also do it on time. What do you think? Put his index finger on the check. was a noise by the door. Olivia was staying there holding a tray of bottled glasses. I'm so sorry, but all I could find was 1942 7A. She quickly put the tray on the desk and walked out. Tusker as she left. Remind me to visit you often. Oh, yeah. Now, wait, do we have a deal? No. Take bribe. Not yet. You mean you can do better than that? I can just say bribe me more. Arrest, jail, Ooblet. Yeah, tempting. No, make my own decision. Do you just try to bribe the president? Yeah. No, this is a step too far. We can't follow it off with no, I'll just make my own decision. Sign. Pull the checkmate, put it in his pocket. Be careful, you have to make your deals in a prison, sir. Did you think I was just another corrupt politician? Administrations are built on mutually beneficial partnerships, but I do understand where you stand now. I almost forgot, please say hello to Mr. Caronti for me. He smiled. Have a good evening, Mr. President. Where's the option to just arrest this guy? Turns out I was secretly recording the whole thing. Stood up, grabbed his jacket, made his way towards the door. I gathered my things, prepared to find it. Okay, so yeah, they you can very much go full. I'm going to be the corrupt president. As I walked out, I noticed Olivia still there, covering up her typewriter for the evening. Maybe so bold, Mr. President, did you accept his offer? No. Absolutely none of your business. Of course I didn't. Or do not ever speak about it again. You didn't say anything. Of course I didn't. You know. Of course not. It's ludicrous. Other girls have told me about all kinds of dealings that went on during the Alfonso administration. I wasn't sure if you're that kind of president. Is Caronti your opposition? No, he's... which one was he? He was the guy in charge of the News Corporation, wasn't he? Get what it was called. But yeah, wasn't part of the government, he was... what are we looking for? Characters, he was... Yeah, businessman, philanthropist, entrepreneur, yeah, in charge of a conglomerate, media, energy, construction, etc. A name to list. I mean, it can't be more corrupt than a Tusk bloke, surely. So, I'm mostly not, don't worry, you're pretty heavy. Yeah, I'm absolutely not that kind of president. Should I took a moment to look out over the lights to see, pointing to the elevators. Economy is still going down. Oh, we've got multiple alerts. 3 now, at least, if not more. Narble, read situation report. Situation on board is getting tense. Ramberg, Sun Army was sighted train close to our boards, did not respond after we issued a radio message. And another link to list you. Grand Duchy of Pales. She's on the other side of Lesbian. She's warning over right for busy in action. Express concern with intensifying board disputes. Sea of Nem. Fortress Sea Principalities. Now. Then just Kingdom of Rungberg. Oh, and then you've got the islands, which... Oh, I didn't realize it extended this far. There's a whole other places. What's this? Oh, it's just the journal. Oh, yep, so I visited towns affected by political violence and I rejected the bribe. Kind of funny if I then just give the contract to them anyway, because they are actually the best option. Just to confuse him. Oh, and then apparently we've got Nordland, which I'm guessing is this world's equivalent of like Iceland. Okay. Local police working with nationalists. One of our agents acting as a young swords member had an encounter with 2 members of the local police force. Oh, what are these names? Alson Bowler and Vic Neezer. The policeman tried to bribe the agent to burn down a store that belongs to a known communist pioneer to escape further advance. We've detained the policeman in charge of corruption. Ooh. Oh yeah, what are the news saying? Engineers' salaries under scrutiny. Commissioners expanding emergency powers. This calls for corporate responsibility. Reform demands popularity. Public trust in the Grand National Assembly and Supreme Court is an all-time low. And the problem is we need 166 votes, and we only control, what was it, 130, I think? Workers' Party Solidarity March. Okay, let's check the situation in the outer areas first. Oh, finalization of the highway contract. The lengthy drive on cliffside roads around Leckburg, there are crowds of cheering citizens greet us and local government officials escort us to City Hall. For significant meetings, several construction companies. So wait, it was Underhall who tried to bribe me, wasn't it? Tusk. Gus Manager couldn't make... I just called him Gus Manager. Gus Manger couldn't make the meeting. I had Simon Hall and... Besides starting an economic recovery project will cut the time it takes to get him road by half. Wow. Those roads must be really bad for that. More importantly, leave to improvement in England. Yeah, I hope it does improve. Suffering. How we will on the way to economically strengthening this weak region. Project will give about 50... I initially read that as 50.0 citizens. I'm pretty sure it means 50,000 citizens employment. 50 citizens will not be much to talk about. Yeah, do you need additional support? As right now, things like the project doesn't go according to plan. The offer. Search your documents. Overview of the companies. Okay. Look at the files. The Underhall Construction, the one Tusk tried to bribe me with. See how it gets. And the other one is a state corporation, which is a government body, which seems to drop to the recession and somehow corrupt management structure. There's a new and entrepreneurial private company using cutting-edge technology from Arcasia, doing bigger and riskier contracts. Ew. Cool, so I get the option of the group that I was trying to bribe towards, the state one that's possibly corrupt, or the foreign investors who take risks. And to reduce construction costs. I wonder if it has any drawbacks. I reviewed them. I was at liberty to ask the mayor of Arbury to give his opinion. Corporation. We'll leave Underhall to last. Expected. What's found out? It's main state corporation. It's trusted honorable companies. It goes against your election promises. Most important, use outdated methods resulting in slower construction. I mean, the cutting-edge company is sounding tempting, although... Aren't Alcasia, isn't that the communists? The socialist superpower. That... Simple look at the regional highway shows the problem. Oh, they built all the existing roads that are rubbish. They do have a wealth of knowledge, certainly. Don't agree with the negative statement. Signed the SEC record. Clear shows complete contracts with 1,000 employees who have more than 20 years experience. According to preliminary calculations, we need more resources. I have settled on it, -2 government budget. I'm on the fence currently. All the options look a bit worrying. Towers. It's found in 1946, so it's only existed for 7 years. I'm an entrepreneur. It's new holding company, cutting edge technology. Other things. Finding consultants for state corporations, but I can't vouch for their infrastructure construction at all. Why should we pick them then? Putting out election promises, one contract private owned corporation, be a step in the right direction. It's completed fewer projects, how they're slightly faster and cheaper. Won several awards internationally for being one of the fastest growing advanced companies. The innovative aspect does sound interesting. Only involved in smaller scale regional projects, doesn't prove the capabilities for larger undertakings. That is true. Dang it! Why is everyone so reasonable with their arguments? It makes it really difficult to choose. Project manager mentioned they'll be able to finish the project with the allocated funding, and their own company found the budget sufficient. Oh. So we don't want cost blowouts. Didn't you buy shares in Arcasia? Oh yeah, I did. Oh, great. This has now created another conflict of... I think you are entirely correct that I... wasn't Armadine Industries, which maybe it was part of Arcasia. And let me check the codex. I'm already forgetting important things. Corporations. Is it not here? Yeah, I wasn't get some. No, it doesn't look like it's mentioned of it, but you might be right. They might have been part of Arcasia. It's possible. I'd say they're definitely worth considering. Okay, now the people who... I don't even... They know that they... Tusk attempted to bribe me? Australian construction giants found 925. It does sound very tempting to just give them the contract anyway, and Tusk will be so confused. Biggest corporation would fit our market economy policy. He sold half of his shares a few years ago. I had to work for it, accepted 7 contracts, and left much to be desired. Oh, they've got a bit of a bad reputation though. Yeah, so what was this experience like? All 3 is the company I trust the least, seem to fail respecting the contract terms are likely to cause trouble. I'm not sure about trusting them, at least I have worked on several mega projects. Working conditions must be respected. This doesn't inspire confidence. The workers were undocumented, my immigrants with no papers. Oh. According to them, the tight completion schedule necessitated such bad labour conditions still doesn't justify. And they do anticipate to go over budget project will finish on time. I'm really not sure. Okay. Oh. And obviously the other 2 are going to cost more budget as well. In that case, considering everything else, I think it has to be Taurus. Because by the sense of the other 2 are worse and not as good. Plus I'm sticking with my election promises, of course. Good, we're staying consistent. And certain very well. Contract be awarded. Which the outcome's making different at the end of the day. Success is what matters. Company will notify and construction work will begin immediately. Yeah, I think we're off to a good start. Especially the grand opening ceremony will happen late next year. Back to work then. Sure, thank you. This concludes the meeting. Meeting ended, we spent the remainder of the day attending events in Lenkberg. I said Lenkberg. That is not what it says at all. It says Lenkerg or Lenkerg. Nice to enjoy the natural beauty of Agland to eat some good fish. Of course. The fish is really what made it. Construction begins. Terrace wanted a contract. Much stronger than planned at much lower cost. But the... Wait a second. This is my party. Oh, hang on. Alvin Clavin has warned laying and build hatred would be extremely questionable. Is this my rival? Currently serve as a member. You guys be leader of progressive faction. Wow, he's a strong supporter of Alfonso. Oh, he banned his support and he nominated himself as next candidate, did not get much support. Okay, so he might be a bit annoyed at me. Well, 100 kilometers of highway. Risky highway project. The Minister of Economy announced the launch of one of the most contested construction projects. This project will cost the poorest region to develop the region, increase foreign trade, increasing investment. To an experienced company, okay, so the Swordland today is not happy about it. Typically cost billions, are difficult to manage due to their scale. To begin with, company tourists should have not been taken so easily as lack large scale experience. While it's positive news, Doubtful's project was worth the time and money. Oh, there we go, under construction. Cool. Ah! Oops. Forgot I'm not on full screen, I'm on borderless, so I can move my mouse across to OBS. I need to... What have we got? Meeting with Marcel Caronti, Presidential State Car, road to Conrad. Roadhead head to the meeting location. I have my most confidential and trustworthy team members with me. A few hours of driving along River Esker, we took a turn before entering Conrad. The darkness started setting in as a driver. Is this going to be another ambush? Where are we, Serge? We're nearing the country club. Be there shortly. Right at the big iron gates, the country club opened. It was huge and outright extravagant. The main building, inspired by lesbian architecture, was illuminated from all sides. It's rather chilly. I was approached by my vice president, my strategist. Hope journey was comfortable. I mean, limo always is. Anything to keep me away from home. Wow. Yeah, I'd say Joe was pretty comfortable. It was nice. Worth our time. Let's get personal. Enter the building. Open the marble door, agreed by two tall women. The receptionist asked the meeting room upstairs. Marcel was standing by the window looking outside the beautiful complex. I was looking over his domain. Turned around to have a quick look at us both. Strikingly handsome man with well-groomed hair walked towards me with his hand reached out for a handshake. Reach out for a handshake, do nothing. We can play nice. He had a firm grip. Such a pleasure to meet you in person. I appreciate your efforts to reach out to establish friendship. Thanks for hosting us. I admired your father. Kind words have touched me. Accept our condolences. I'm very happy to hear this. We have a bright future. Yes, there is much to discuss. Hopefully he's less dodgy than the Tusk dude. Believe it or not, I've been a secret... Oh, he's a secret admirer? Great. Of your political success. While your quick rise to power was shockingly well executed. Hey, test unit. I will not be standing here if I was bad at what I do. Let's get to the point. I'll just say thank you. Gently pointed at the seat, sat around and got a gigantic tail for speaking knocked on wood. Past months have been tumultuous to say the least. I'm glad you and your family were unharmed at the shooting. It must have been a shock for the kids. They aren't used to what we lived through back in the 20s. My father took me out of the country. Spare me your life story. Yeah, that was started. The important thing is they're safe. Of course, all that matters, no family should suffer from tragedy ever again. We've had enough of this. Okay, he's sounding reasonable so far. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. Well, I'm known to be a straightforward person, so let me get to the point without wasting your valuable time. Shouldn't have funds of campaign, everyone else struck by what you managed to do within the party. Try towards one that pays it all. Look at the painting. Famous piece depicted a giant sleeping beneath a village of trees within the hills, were all part of the giant's body. Its eyes were two caves looking at the people, which showed down on the far left and night on the far right. Giant seemed to be watching the villagers, totally unbeknownst to the villagers. Marcel pointed his finger at me. You said we'll transform this nation. My conglomerate's a way of doing things and I don't want them to change. So I want to cooperate with you. Cooperate? Question mark? You might have the people's support now, but what happens when you make mistakes? Everybody makes mistakes. What's that supposed to mean? Let's hear his point. Being a president of this country means having many enemies. Enemies that will resort to anything to bring you down. Let's say these enemies cause a scandal, leak sensitive information. These would be destructive once they were released. If they were released. Continue. Now, assume the press would actually protect your integrity no matter what. The people I reach, up to 5 million of them, will not lose faith in you. Yeah, what do you want in return? Two things. Number one is a guarantee for you the Reign administration won't meddle in HOS affairs. I mean, he's... Yeah. And what's the second one? Number two is simple gentleman's favour for the future. Let me prove my service to you first, and I'm sure you won't disapprove. Honestly, the second one worries me more than the first. Some undefined favour in the future. What, when he gets in trouble or something? Yeah, this is just too risky. Great risk means great rewards. Each beneficial cooperation will help you greatly. Guarantee you'll see its benefits soon. What do you think about this? Ask my advice. He's a good deal. He won't need the media support. Sound like sketchy old club boys stuff. Yeah. Bottom line is his favourite request. We do not know what we asked for. Oh, am I going to put another powerful important person offside? No. Can't do it. I get the feeling that means I'm probably going to have to later down the line. Such a previous president here, I thought we were going to be good friends. It's a shame, really. Goodbye. We'll be diplomatic at least. Let's leave. Come back into the car. I was hoping that would end better. Yeah, he pushed it too far. Threats were unacceptable. Turn to whole sword. Economic plan and read the report. Demands emergency be called. Leader of National Front Party demanding emergency be called to address increasing political violence in the country. Economic relief plan. -2 government budget. I mean, I suppose I could. That's basically the money I saved from giving the construction program contract to Taurus. Simon Hole. That's my... what's the name? Yeah, he's the Minister of Economy. Report a countrywide relief plan to mitigate the economic hardships. Either provide stimulus checks for people or bail out businesses, or decide not to do a plan. I mean... considering how the highway project is already for the people, and we've pretty much just whacked both the main business people in the face pretty directly, maybe just we'll take that one, even it out a little bit. Situation update. This is bailed out. Slightly stabilized downward spiral. And now, what's the news going to have to say about this? Commerce ministers are alive and well. The genius move, obviously they're going to praise me. Play it very well in the years to come. Some National Business Council members are going to come up with policies and messages. And the radical, I'm guessing, is not going to be happy about this. People forgotten again. Yep, there we go. President Rain must really be convinced by the brainwashed cabinets around him to think the business is running a profit mode will care about workers at all. People forgotten again. Well, that was predictable. Well, it is getting a bit late, so I think I might wrap up the stream here. At a certainly interesting point, I'd say. So yeah. We'll be back tomorrow, same time for more of this, and then on Monday I'll be playing some Roadcraft with Splitsy, Capac, and Gruz. So that should be chaos. Especially with how bad we were out driving. So, see you then. Bye.